Sup? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So where do we even go? I started this without a plan. All right. 2830. Have not looked at this today. Um this is where I'm stuck. This is almost a one it's a 800,000 punch up. Why is he in here? What was I doing? What was I doing? How was my day? Yeah, I'm drinking coffee at 6. That's how my day was. Okay. So I need to see what problems this presented again because I genuinely don't remember because I have not really had my eyes in the game. What's up, Flip? No, work was okay. Work was okay. There was some there's always issues that you find, but it wasn't that bad. How actually, I mean, wait. You're waking up now, right? Nah. Actually, it's probably about lunchtime for you. Just it's been a long day, but I think that's partially me. I went to play basketball at lunchtime too, so I do have a coffee at 6 p.m. right now. Boy, oh boy. And I'm trying to think what is the best way for me to attack this team, and the problem is that I need to do like a sacrifice attack first just to see what the problems are that they're creating. Yeah, lunchtime, that's what I thought. I don't know why I always assume evening here means morning there, but it's not. It's 11, 12 o'clock. Um, so I feel like let's just go with the standard right now. And see what they hit us with because I'm not exactly sure what I even need to be worried about. So first of all, Superboy's faster. We already have our shields up from Lex. Who's the one giving us that energy? I think it's because of one of the artifacts on one of the characters, which I need to do my research for my artifacts guide. And as always, those little on the back row are the issue. There's only 2 of them though. The stun works out nice. Okay. Those little bastards with the guns. It makes me feel like I should put Wonder Woman on the back row with Sinestro and then substitute Zatanna for a tank. How many bullets do you guys get to shoot and hit me for 12k each? Lord. Chapter 20 finally and pulled Nightwing 2. Okay, there you go. There you go. Sup, Jordan? Sup? Well, Nightwing is a good pull at chapter 20 though. But no, he's going to be good regardless. So no bad time to draw Nightwing. Okay, so this was a complete failure as to be expected. All right, so there's way too much damage happening up front for us to put Wonder Woman up there. These are our 2 primary damage dealers. So I'm going to go with Sinestro and Wonder Woman in the back row. Lex gets his shields up first, but those seem to get demolished quickly. Let's remove... I think I need to take her out. What do I need for the rest of Lex's? Yeah, a tank. Which would probably be Superman. I was about to say, I feel like I'm relying on Superman too much, but Wonder Woman's always there. Okay, so I don't know if I want Sinestro to focus in on the Superman over here, or if he should. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, and then the order. All right. Let's see. Shield reduction. That's what's up. Okay. All right. And the issue is that to get Sinestro to hit harder, to get those stacks of fear up so that his ultimate goes down to 3, I need to add a tune that does a lot more debuffs than any of these people do. Yeah. Like, how many shots, dog? Like, Bane's AoE stun might come in handy here, but I can't use them. Not versus all this mighty. Especially since they get 4,500 shots every time they do something. Like, what is that? At least the damage is reflected a bit from Soups, and he still doesn't have his immune up. There it is. Damn, I was hoping Kid Flash would get to him before the immune happened. Okay. Can we get a heal from Foot? Nope, it's going to be Wonder Woman next. So Superman's going to fall. Oh, damn. Oh, so did Kid Flash. Oh, hell. So we got him out the paint. This is going to take care of some of them. Well, I thought it would take care of him more judiciously. But what's up, Elon? Bro, I do 50 spins in Greenland. You don't have... Man, I don't understand this, man. I don't understand it. We were talking about it this morning, and I was saying that it was either people got him in the first, like, 5 pulls, or people have done 80 pulls and still don't have him. It's such a weird math thing, but it feels like it should be an anomaly. Yeah, I hate those trigger fingers. And yeah, they are so annoying, and I want to be able to stun them or at some point somehow control them. The only one I could think of is Black Canary, which I think I tried already in place of Sinestro, maybe. But then what damage am I doing with Black Canary? She's literally just trying to control one while the other one goes off. And she can only control them for like every 3rd turn. So there's one turn where they still get to pop off. I guess it's less damage, but it wasn't really helping. Sup, Koopa, other one. Have you seen Penguin's last badge, and do you think it is as overpowered as I think it is? I've given up on Penguin. And I mean, maybe his badge is nuts, but I have not even remotely thought about his badge ever since I took him rank 8 and he was just trash. It might explain why so many people think that he's OP, but let's see. Penguin now keeps the umbrella up for the entire battle. I mean, so it's harder to kill and he's giving poisons. I don't think that's OP though. Because the poison mechanic isn't as strong as it should be in the first place, 1. 2, I mean, it's nice that he's giving them poisons and that the poisons are doing more damage. Well, actually, that's just for the ultimate, right? While the umbrella is raised, increase the attack power of the back row allies by 10%. Okay. Poison damage dealt by back row allies is increased by 60%. Okay. All right. I see what it's doing. I'm not saying it's OP. I still won't say that. But, well, because I saw Penguin on a tier list, and I think they put him at either S or A, where Wonder Woman was SS or S plus, whatever the hell. So I put a lot of resources into him, took him up to rank 8, and the thing is that it's a sunk cost fallacy. Basically, you keep putting more and more investment into something that's failing, because you feel like you're pot committed. Pot committed is, if you're gambling in any way, shape, or form, is not a real concept. Chasing bad money with more good money, investing, any kind of poker or anything like that, any kind of gambling, resource management games maybe, and basketball. If the pass is too late, you can't force it in there. It's too late. Move on. So the problem I have with this is that my sunk cost fallacy thing is like kicking in. That's why I took him partially up to rank 8, because I was like, well, people have said he's good. Now, if this is the line, if this is what's saying that he's good, the amount of resources I have to put in to get this 3rd tier and get this to unlock, because I haven't had a good experience with him, and I'm not a Kraken who's going to spend the money for it, I'm not betting on it. Because what if I get all the way up there to this point and it's not as good as it appears to be? Sub Giuliano, but read his normal skill now. Oh no, believe me, Koopa, I have. He's rank 8. He's rank 8. Believe me, I've read his kit and done the guide. And then after I read it, I use him and he dies immediately. And while after putting up 1 poison, maybe 2, and because poisons are not that strong in the game, it's like, okay, I took you up to rank 8. I have much better gear on him than what's up there now. But like, this is still tank like gear. 2 HP sets and a block. How are you falling so quickly? Why can't you stay up? Why is your advanced attack so damn slow? It's because you're at 184. So I got to put speed on you to get the umbrella up for like 1 turn. No. All right, what's up, Missile? He's a good replacement for people who use Clayface. Also, yeah, good evening. I think, though, isn't Clayface... I've heard, and from what I've seen, Clayface is better than Penguin. The limit to Clayface isn't any. It's like Black Canary, and I don't know Clayface like that. I can speak on this for Black Canary. The limit with Black Canary is because she's elite. If I got the exact same kit from Black Canary and made her an epic, she'd be in my top 5 epics, with no changes to her kit. And I think that's Clayface. Did I take the Archer's Challenge? I did part of the Archer's Challenge. And I'm saying that I am 1 away. No, where is it? Yeah. I just need to get this. I use Clayface, Nightwing, Lex, Wonder Woman, Black Canary, Constantine for most content at the moment. Yeah, and Clayface is an easy rank 8. So if you are still... Like, I think at the level I'm at, in terms of here dealing with 2830, that Clayface, I mean, maybe if I put him in level link, he'd be okay. But I feel like now is the area where he would fall off, but only because he's elite. We aren't going to sit here and advocate for... Well, here's the thing. The only thing I'll argue, Flip, is that if that badge thing looks very, very sweet... It does, but the amount of resources I have to invest in it to see, I'm not willing to take that risk. That's what I mean. I'm already like regretting and wishing I could take all of the resources I put in him back, but I can't retrain his rank because he's rank 8. So I'm stuck. That's my bad. This is like, of all the characters I have at rank 8 right now, I don't like some more than others, clearly, but he's the one I regret. And that includes elite, because I don't regret putting it in Cheetah, and I don't regret putting it in Scarecrow. These are to be determined, but I think they're going to be okay. He's to be determined. I think he's going to be fine. She's amazing. He's the only one I think I like, truly like. If they gave me a forgiveness ticket, like just the one and anyone can get it, him. I think John has slept on. He's been working pretty well for me. Goofy Goober, hey, welcome. I think he will be good. The problem I have with Jon Stewart, despite the fact that he's one of my favorite characters, even though he's a lantern, like, come on, is that, what's up, A? You can find him. Is that I have him rank 5. And I got him after I got Superman. And so the idea of me putting resources into 2 mighty tanks doesn't make sense. Right? Like, it's the same reason why I actually like Bizarro more than I like Jon Stewart. I'm not saying Jon Stewart's bad, but I just like Bizarro more. And he's not developed either because I have Superman. So that's those become an in-game situation for me, or when we get to that level 30 something and you have to use 2 teams instead of 1. So, Penguin and Bizarro is a great combo for evil Convergence. Early on, yeah, I would agree with that. You could try Ultra Survival Team Superman, Clayface, Lex, Black Canary, Wonder Woman. I could try that on 2830 and see if that actually works. Go ahead and toss Penguin. My guy, don't fall for it. Yeah. I would just say, like, some people would say he's good. At least I've seen that online. Granted, that was months ago. But don't wait. If there's somebody else that they're saying is definitively better that you have, do it in that character and just hold off on Penguin. All right, so that's enough on Penguin. Already too much. Problem with is he sucks up ultimate points to get defensive points, to get defensive bonus. Except for that retaliate on that turn too. If you can get that pop, then it's actually pretty nice, right? Okay. And so Enzo, what's up? Oh, let me go ahead. Am I scrolled up right over here on the chat? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! The chat no está aquí. Dove sai? Dove sai? Sta qua. Va bene. Okay. So, Nick. Oh, I was about to do something. Okay, so we asked about the penguin. We were talking about John being slept on. There was something else that was going. Oh, that team, the Survive Everything team, basically is what you were calling it. Survival team. Superman, Clayface. Yeah, I don't have any resources in Clayface. That's the first problem. Is I need a substitute for Clayface, like maybe Nightwing, because yeah, I've literally done nothing with him. He has no ranks. I'll think on the replacement for him. Where is that? Why are my eyes not working today? Actually, you know what I could put, and I mean, well, my Lex, my Black Canary, my Wonder Woman are all tough. So is my Superman. So I got to put in another tough, and that can't be Bizarro, I guess. All right, so let's try it. Who knows? Whatever. I just think this is a diabolical node. And why is it diabolical? Because I'm upset. That's the only justification I need. Black Canary, also rank 8. So we already got, geez, my eyes. Okay, Superman, Lex, Black Canary, Wonder Woman. Okay, so we need a replacement for Clayface, which would have been theoretically Superman. I want you way back here. We could try Penguin. After talking all that mess. And if Penguin doesn't go, I'll do Bizarro. Or actually, Gorilla Grodd might be the better shout. But we'll give this one a shot. In my region, I am trying to stay first. I am 5th. Okay. So you mean first in your arena, Giuliano? Bloodsport is okay. I tried to put, I think when I was trying to do his, because I'm changing it up, rank 5 is like first look, first reaction, and then rank 8 is going to be like the guys I officially do. I think he would be good if I rank him up for the rest of my characters. The issue I'm running into is that it's a highly specialized team now because they're mostly agile. I'm running 4 agile characters, and I'm begging to find like a suitable replacement for that 5th. Oh, I see what you mean, Juliana. Okay, so in the archery challenge. Gotcha. I don't know what place I'm in. I didn't even think about that. Maybe I do need to look at it more. Get the competitive juices going. Yeah, this ain't it. I'm praying for some kind of miracle that will never come. Okay. Sup, Real B Weezy? Are you from Louisiana? Are you Louisiana? I don't know. If you are Louisiana, I got some questions about the Carter 6. What was that? Swamp Tech, what's up? How you doing? Not gonna go. All right. Low-key think I'll get the other Superman to try 2 up front as a tank. See, the Superman DCU, though, is supposed to be a damage dealer. And they said they were going to look into like his buff or changing his kit. And I'm wondering if they're going to boost the damage while sacrificing the tankiness. I'm wondering about that. He did. But to be fair, the point that he was trying to make was that in the emblem, if you take the emblem up to rank to tier 3, the abilities do seem nuts. My argument was that given the experience I currently have, I'm not willing to put that much in. It's like you're dating a person. You've been with them for 6 months, and they've shown you nothing that says you should even stay with them. and your friend is like, you should marry them, right? Like I've already put 6 months in this, and I'm ready to go ahead and be out. Like at this point, we're not talking anymore. You ask me if I'm coming. It's like, no, we're not moving forward. Yeah, no, there's a reason. And then your homegirl's like, oh yeah, but you should ask her to marry. No, let me tell you how wrong that is. Oh, let me tell you how wrong that is. Yeah, real be Weezy. The Carter 6. It was because Lil Wayne is on my Mount Rushmore of rappers. So like, it's hard for me to say it. Like from the Drought 3 to No Ceilings to what was the other? Oh my God. All the Louisianas. It was like 2 or 3 of them joints. And then I love Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was my damn college experience and early Switzerland experience. But all I can say, I can't say the album was bad. All I'll say is I only have 3 songs I listened to off of it. There's 3 of them. I don't think I finished the album. I kind of stopped at a certain point and was like, yeah, I'm done with this. Swap Superman with Black Canary, I think will work. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm not saying it would work, but that's not a bad idea, though. You're right. I had the ultimate backwards on that. Good catch. I like that. Good catch, man. Good one. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Bro, I grew up listening to Wayne, and that's the hometown hero. I never want to play that project. I'm telling you, man. There was when he did Rebirth, that the heavy metal one. There was only like 2 songs I rocked with off that. The Eminem joint, and then there was another one. I can't even remember the name of it, and I rocked them for like a month or two. Those 2, but I listened to that project twice because I was like, okay, he's doing something off the wall and different and just trying to be creative. I'm not gonna hate on it. Let's listen. Let's see. Nope, still don't like it. Somebody might, not I. Sorry for the Wait 2. Trash. I listened to that halfway through maybe. And this is a guy who was like Dedication 1 through 5. I think I even listened to Dedication 6. Dedication 3, I was bumping that all the time. The Drought 3, bumping that all the time. No Ceilings, are you kidding me? Like, I'm naming his mixtapes. I had all of them. Hard Body. I can't even say this. Okay. I can't even say this. Hard Body. Got the heart of a killer. Young God in the building, about to start a religion. About to call and order some missiles. Take him straight to your block and go to war with you. If you shoot, then the rest fall in position. Shoot it on his porch and make him fall in his kitchen. Man, that was my favorite song off that one. I think that was Drought 3. That was my favorite song off that. God, I had to be the only person in Switzerland going to German class in 2007 listening to that song every day. I remember the Manny Fresh 3-6 Mafia Juvenile. Man, please. And the thing is, I wasn't even into 3-6 like that. But you give me Manny Fresh and Juvie? Slow motion for me. Are you kidding? Manny Fresh and Juvie on a track. Wheezy on a track. BG, Young Turk, was actually pretty. Before he decided to bust off in his apartment. They came in his house, though. So he got the right to do that. BG was something cool. Cash Money, like the Army, better yet the Navy. Oh my God. I wasn't the biggest fan of CV. Yeah. Carter 5 was alright. Okay, hold up. Carter 5 was alright. It wasn't the biggest thing, but I mean, it wasn't Carter 5 that had the uproar on it. Like, there was some good songs off of it. Funeral, I wasn't a big fan of. But there were like Mahogany was a good song off that. What was the other? I can't remember the other one. Anyway, I guess that has been the case for his few projects. It's just that this one was the most ass of ass. Like, I don't want to curse. But this was like the worst of the worst so far. But Funeral, to be real, I only got like 3 songs off that. Maybe 2. I think I only got Mamma Mia and Mahogany. Those are the 2 I've got off Funeral. And then Carter 5, I did get like 4 or 5 songs off that. But it used to be, I played Carter 1 cover to cover, Carter 2 cover to cover, Carter 3 cover to cover, Carter 4 less so, but cover to cover. Like, oh, okay. Wait, no, but Carter 4 was cover to cover too, because that was the one that had Andre 3000 on it, right? Or was that Carter 3? 6 foot, 7 foot. That was Carter 3. Excuse my charisma. Okay, let me stop. Vodka with a spritzer. I said I was going to stop. Oh, I'm out of my damn mind. Okay, so we did the switch. The switch didn't work. I might have to go down a Lil Weezy mixtape rabbit hole in a bit. Because believe me, yeah, they're not on Spotify, but guess what? I had them on my hard drive. Back in the day when you had to keep the mixtapes on the hard drive, there was no streaming service. Lord have mercy. And as much as I hate to say it, I understood why they didn't put them in. A million, dog. That whole album is a classic, though, Flip. That whole album is a classic. You really using Black Canary this late in the game? No, Trooper. She solved Crisis Watch. I made a whole video about it. She solved Crisis Watch. Black Canary is actually pretty good. Datpiff.com. World premiere. Yes, Datpiff. Job. See, y'all throwing me way back right now because I'm in Switzerland, so I don't get this here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, people listen to Lil Wayne, and you have to go deep to find the people who like know his mixtapes and stuff. And of course, he's known over here, and people, if he had a concert, it would sell out. Okay, but they don't know mixtape Weezy. They don't know. Quiet, she on the porch. They don't know. They wouldn't know what song that references because that was Weezy back when he was still a hot boy. Anyway, the block is hot. The block is hot. Hot, hot, hot. Nobody. If I played that song now, everybody would rock to it, and they'd be like, "What's this new music? Where's it?" Although that might be y'all too over there. Let me run this. Let me see what Jordan's talking about. Funny enough, I used to Boomerang Ultimate for my Crisis Watch with Black Canary. I don't have Boomerang developed at all. Is Boomerang any good in that sense? Because the thing is with the elites, you can just kind of mess with them. It does like they don't. All you have to do is rank them, and their ranking isn't that hard, which is why they're not that valuable. No, dog. What you know about going from Napster to Morpheus to BearShare? What you know about it? What you know about it? What you know about it? Don't make me talk about Pirate Bay. Don't make me talk about BTorrent, BitTorrent. Don't make me go there. Don't make me go there. My one-stop shop for movies and music. Oh, he was level 1. You just kept protected. Okay. I didn't even. All right. Cool. I hadn't even checked into Boomerang, like to Captain Boomerang at all. I mean, I guess that's on me. Now it's going to be datpiff.com world premiere. It's going to be stuck in my head all night. Thanks for that. Oh man, y'all got me in my feels. Back when you had to go online to find that what was it, 56 bars that T.I. put out dissing Little Flip, where he was just, and he had the beat switches, like he changed the beat. Picture me as Martin Luther King with a GAT. Oh my God. What made me try it? I noticed he kept silencing. Yeah, that was the thing. That's why I was using LimeWire was okay. LimeWire was okay. But to me, like Morpheus, I mean, it had a better logo. And I got to be honest, and I don't know if this was because I didn't go to a HBCU. Let's put it that way. Napster didn't really have what was popping with us, did it? Okay. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It didn't. Anyway. FrostWire, uTorrent. uTorrent, exactly. uTorrent. Exactly. That one. 100%. Downloading whole seasons of Family Guy and South Park. What are you talking about? Whole seasons of Boondock Saints. Whole seasons on the computer. Run the cable to the TV. Fire up that computer. Obi got everything. Yes, I do. And now y'all know my government. All right, so. Okay. And then when I got the surround sound, I got to hook it up to my computer. What? Dog. The party? Man, please. Get that Lil Jon remix. You don't give a damn. We don't give a. The remix with Luda on it. Come on now. Y'all. Somebody decided to bring Grey Goose over because they got paid that day. Oh, shit. Okay, anyway, let me stop. I really don't think I'm going to be able to get past this without. I mean, I could take Grodd up to rank 8. And I do like how Grodd performs to this point. Y'all forgot Mega Upload. Dog. And what was the other one? Not Dat Piff. There was another Dat. There was another one where you could get the disses from. Oh, y'all remember when Jadakiss went at 50? Or when damn. No. I'll never forget the whole thing that sparks the reason why Eminem is still dissing Ja Rule on JID's Animals Part 2 in 2025. Damn near a quarter century ago. I'll never forget. I was with my roommates. We were in the room. We were listening to that Major Look from Ja Rule. And it knocked a pause in all of us. Because he said, and forgive the language, you claim your mama's a crackhead and Kim is a nose. So tell me what you think Haley's going to be when she grows up. Murder. Everybody, all black dudes, by the way, in this apartment, everybody stopped. And we were like, oh, that white boy finna go crazy. You brought in his daughter. You don't speak on the kids. You never speak on the kids. And then Eminem came out with that song with DMX called Go to Sleep. And I was like, he is really going to go at this dude with a shovel. He is finna be real white trash and chase Ja Rule around the BET Awards with a shovel. Oh my God. Go to Sleep was one of the most violent, like, not violent in the sense of like violent songs, but violent in the sense of like, I wish you were in this studio right now so I didn't have to say this. Because I show you what I'm saying. I don't have to say it. Me no speak English. Dude. Anyway, okay, so let's try System Recovery. I got stuck on Soups. They're going to make me go through a whole dissing rabbit hole. We gonna keep on beefing unless you agree to meet with me in the flesh. You gonna see a demon in me that you never seen. I see you D12, but thanks, but me need no help. Me do this one all by my lonely. I don't need 15 of my homies. When I see you, I'm seeing you, me and you only. He really wanted to get at him. May have missed one of your previous videos, but can you go over how to farm different materials that may be needed for upgrading or leveling up characters, please? There's a beginner's guide for that on my YouTube channel. Because here's the thing, that is not a 5-minute explanation. You have just come in here and said explain something for 30 minutes. Because the entire farming process that you would need in order to get the gold and the XP is in several different places. Could you accept my friend request? Maybe. It depends on if I have any spaces left. Sure. Did. What other games you played besides Marble? Doobie Force. Yeah. DC Legends was like the one that I was quote unquote known for. That was where my main community was. And then, and actually, you know what? Vincent Doxy, let me do this for you, because actually in the chat right now, I do have the link to the beginner's guide. And to be fair, also, it's all time-stamped. So you don't have to worry about watching this whole video. It's not that, it's that serious, I guess, but it's not like you have to watch everything to know what you're looking for is. I tried to like create it like an encyclopedia where you can just like see the topic, go to the section you want to talk about or you need to know about, and then go there. The farming thing, no. I mean, I go into the shops on there, but the farming thing is very much like, oh, that wasn't you? Okay. Uh-oh. You better hope I have some space left. Oh, 50 of 50. Damn. 50 of 50. That one got the last spot. That guy got the last spot. What's up? Let's see. Yeah, he got the last spot. I don't even know what his name was. It said 14 minutes ago. And so I thought you were just like, all right, I just sent it. Let's see. Damn, sorry, bro. My rule is generally, though, if the person is inactive for 7 days, then I just remove them. So come back in 3 days. Could you explain what equipment that goes with what character? Ish. Because I did a guide on that as well. So I'm going to give you the brief version. I'll give you the brief version as I go through characters, but I'm not going to give you as in depth as I would if it were, as my guide does. Now the guide, and this is a mistake I made, I stupidly named it AoE versus single target, but in there I talk about tanks, I talk about support, I talk about speed gear, I talk about all the gear sets. So I don't know why my dumbass decided to name it only AoE versus single target, because as I use that as the framework to go into everything. And so I should have put that. Anyway, so AoE damage dealers. Let's get into the broadcaster voice. Nah, we're not going to do that. Okay, so AoE damage dealers like Wonder Woman. And actually, you know what? Since you're asking, I can drop an infographic if you want. Sure, actually. Honestly, and guys, let me put this out there too. Any resources you want to share, so long as they're like legit and you're not spamming, please do. All of it is welcome. You can drop it in the Discord, or you can, and I think only Twitch is going to see this, so I'll put this in the chat so that YouTube gets it as well. I mean, do exactly what Missile just did. Be like, yo, can I drop this in? And I'm probably going to say yes. So long as it's not some kind of pornographic, ridiculous mess, keep it. But up to and including like other content creator videos. If you're like, because I saw this guy, someone shared a Wonder Woman guide with me from a guy, and I was like, that's really useful. That's actually a pretty good video. I have a section in my Discord that's called player videos. That is for you guys who do want to create content or want to put up cool videos and say like, look what happened in this situation, whatever. But also if you find another content creator that's like, yo, this guy had the perfect explanation for XYZ. Ongreifer touched on it, but this guy really like did his thing. I have no ego when it comes to that because I don't act like I know every damn thing, and I damn sure don't. So any of that stuff you guys want to share, can I DM you on Discord? I got to, yeah. Knock yourself out. Because I think, we're already, okay. So I'll very much be a conduit in the sense of like anything you guys got in terms of game related stuff, keep all the other stuff for yourself. Then I'm willing to share it. If there are other videos, all that stuff, just say like, oh no, dude, I found this other video. Here, drop. Why is it that people decide to come straight to the content creators and ask for their hands to be held through games instead of doing the research and work? Because I'm being fair, because I go to content creators. Now, granted, I don't ask, but I went to content creators from Marvel Strike Force because depending on the life situation, you may not have you may want to be able to enjoy the game and you want to, figure out some stuff on your own, but you don't have 4 hours to sit there and watch and figure out how to do this stuff. You do have an hour during your lunch break to watch some dude ramble on about 90s and early aughts mixtapes while he kind of pretends like he's talking about the game. You might have time for that. So like, maybe they would love to sit in front of a camera and talk about it for 4 hours and because you guys see me, I figure out half this stuff when I'm talking to you on the stream, at least. On the videos, I'm an expert. Not really. So it just might be, life situation. I've had it to where now I have the time to have a YouTube channel, talk with you guys, whatever that thing is needs to get the hell off my channel. But also I've had it where the only time I really get to play is when I'm using the bathroom or when I'm on the train, different life situations. He'd probably love to do that stuff for hours on his own, but may not have the time, so I did it. All right, here we go. So Wonder Woman. My general, and this is the thing, I'm giving like my general philosophies, not hard and fast rules. Okay. So some of this stuff you may say, you know what, I'm gonna go a different route. So what I'm gonna do is, and in fact, let me just go ahead and record this. This is a haphazard recording. I'm just recording this because we had a viewer who asked about gear set for characters. Another player who asked about like farming and everything like that. For that, I directed him to the beginner's guide that I have about farming, like XP and different things you use for leveling up. For the gear, I do have a video on that, but it's kind of hidden behind a thumbnail that's not exactly clear. It's like AoEs versus single target, but then I go into all the gear sets and stuff. Here, I'm going to give my basic philosophy, mine, not everybody's, my basic philosophy for how I geared each of my characters and why I geared them in that way. Okay. And this is like really haphazard. As you can tell, there's not the normal intro, unless I record the normal intro later. I might just record the normal intro later, but this is like really, really haphazard. So for the chat, you guys get to disappear. Okay. Sent you a bunch of stuff. Appreciate it. I'll be honest with you, Missile. I probably won't even get a chance to look at it till Saturday because I'm moving this week. So I won't have a chance. And when I do that stuff, it's the same thing with like the comments and stuff. I don't like sending you guys a thanks, that's awesome comment. I'd rather like sit down and spend like Saturday morning. I spent 2 hours just answering comments because if you were one of the ones who received it, you might have received a comment that was a paragraph and a half long, or you might have received like two sentences. I like, really appreciate the time you take, so I'm going to take my time and answer it thoughtfully. So I'm not going to just like check the Discord and be like, okay, and reply immediately. I'm going to wait until I have like the time to really, really, as a matter of fact, I'm going to copy this and put it in my notes to remember for later, because God knows this ADHD ain't no joke. Okay, so, all right, and then let me go ahead and type Discord. Sorry, my camera's in the way and my screen, my notepad. You know what? What the old guy should do is probably just move the notepad over here, so he's not like, I can't. Can you hear me? Sound like somebody's granddad. Can you see me? Discord. What's the note? Discord. Oh yeah, infographics. Okay, so now we'll get back to this in 3, 2, 1, because I'm still recording. Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and run through a few of my characters and explain why I have the gear that I have on them to the best of my ability. Some of it might be BS, and I'm making it up as I go. See if you can figure out which ones. All right, so Wonder Woman, the reason why I have 2 crit and 1 attack is because, in my view, I want to have her as high of a crit chance as possible. Now, you see the 32 here, that's not truly reflective of everything she gets once her kit gets fired up and once she has other characters that give her frantic and everything on her kit. So that 32%, you add 10 from this source and 20 from that source, I get like a 20% crit chance. When I have Red Hood, for example, his team synergy, I have a 100% crit chance to 100% chance to crit on the first attack when I have this lasso of truth. Things of that nature do affect the crit chance, but at its base, I want the crit stat to be as high as possible. So I have crit gear and then to attack. What's up, Vital? Now, why do I have that? And let's go ahead and we got to hide the chat because the video is recording. Sorry, guys. Okay, so basically the reason why I have that is because her main attack, her ultimate attack is an AoE attack. When I have an AoE attack, if I hit one target and I have a 50% chance of the crit, let's stick with 50, that means 1 in every 2 times I hit that target, I'm going to crit. If we just stick to like straight probability, right? But if I hit 5 characters with a 50% chance to crit, how many of those characters are going to get a crit shot based on a 50% chance to crit? That is why I lean towards attack. I lean towards crit, 4 crits, 2 crit sets, and 1 attack when I have AoE damage dealers, but why I also, when I have a single target, I do 2 attack sets and 1 crit. Now, some people would disagree with me on this, especially given that Batman on his ultimate attack hits 4 times, and then on his basic hits 2. I can understand the argument for putting 2 crit and 1 attack because theoretically it still does work the same way if he's doing multiple hits. I, however, still have him on the 2 attack and 1 crit set. But I can see both arguments. When I have a single target damage dealer that does not have burst, I think Jessica Cruz would be one of those. Oh, but Jessica Cruz does have an AoE attack. Sorry. My bad. Let me see if I can. Oh, there we go. With Damien. 3 attacks on his ultimate, but nope. Damien's wrong too. He does have 2 attacks on his basic. And I do have, why is this kit mismatched? See, some of the stuff is just mismatched. Let's go back. Haphazard. Who does a single target attack that isn't, I'm trying to think of a damage dealer that does that. Is it Bone? Yeah. Okay. So coming back. So, for example, I had to find one for a second because everyone I went into was not one. For example, on this one, I do have 2 attack sets and then a speed set for a very different reason. I'll go into that later. But on his skill, he only does 1 attack. So the chances of me critting are far less. On his basic, it's the same thing. Technically, not his basic, his ultimate. Technically, it's like 2 attacks because he's hitting. It's an AoE shot that he's doing at the end that increases the damage and the attack. So crit could be justified here, but because of his basic, and it's going to go a lot more than his ultimate because his ultimate has this stupid high cooldown, I do have him in attack. Now, why do I have him in speed, you might ask? Well, on his advanced attack, attacks an enemy row dealing superpower damage, also adds 1 stack of weak and slow armor break. I have speed on this debuffer because his advanced attack, I want to get out really quickly and get a slow, get a weaken, etc. I also put speed on Zatanna, for example. I have 2 sets of speed. Why? Because she has a skill here on her advanced attack where she grants 1 stack of frantic for 2 turns, and then 2 bonus for the character with the highest attack. So I would love for her to go first out of my group, so that way she can put that frantic up before all my damage dealers do anything. So there is that concept. So next, okay. All right, cool. So now next up, we'll go with, Soups is built special. He does have 4 attack and 2 crit. Argument would be here that he should also have, from my own theory, he should also have 4 crit and then 2 attack on the side. I'm more accounting for because now I do not use his AoE attack nearly as much as I used to. I'm putting other characters in front. He's truly become a tank for me. So I'll have the attack, and I'm really more worried about his basic and his advanced attack. Okay. So that's why I'll have the attack set on him. When I go to, let's not use Lex. Lex is a bad example only because he's going to be an HP set because he's a tank, even though he's still pretty squishy. And then I do want to get him out very quickly so that he can command the ally with the highest attack to do another attack. So this is why I do have him in speed sets, because on his advanced attack, he has something special, which is where I wanted to go to with my next debuffer that I was going to think of. Only one I can think of off the top of my head. There's 2 actually, because one is for a controlling effect. Bizarro. He has a speed set on him because on his advanced attack, he goes out and he puts weaken on everybody. Weaken decreases attack by 8%. Are you sensing a theme? If the advanced attack or their basic attack that comes out is something that does some kind of controlling effect to the opposing team, I want that, or gives us some kind of benefit or buff, I want that to happen immediately. Like Black Canary, silence for 2 turns on her advanced attack. She should be in speed, in my opinion. Okay, so now moving on to the tanks. Now I've built my tank special, and Lex, the problem I have with Lex is that I don't treat him like a tank anymore. I don't like putting him in the front row. He is, at my level, he's very, very squishy. So I do put him in the back and I treat him more as support. And I think this is kind of obvious with healers, which he does have a heal on his advanced attack. I'm just saying the same thing over advanced attack, except this one's just with health. He grants health. I want that to be at the front of every turn, not just the beginning of the match, because I want him to heal whoever we need healed before the other team starts popping off. Now, like I said, my tanks are built kind of special. And it's because I've been experimenting with something with Ocean Master. So we do not have a defensive set in this game. So I've tried to treat block as that defensive set because you have block and you have a block amount. And to be frank, Nightwing is the perfect example of this because he does actually have a block amount on his emblem. When you go into a lot of other characters, you see block amount is 0. But he has 36.3% block, and then his block amount is 8.8%, which is he's getting from the emblem, right? So in this scenario, I have him in block because I'm treating block as a defensive set. Now, on top of it, Nightwing and Ocean Master do have a lot of benefits that work in their synergy together, where when an ally is blocking or when one is blocking, Ocean Master does his counter, etc. So I will have him in a block set, and then I do have attack because just in case, honestly, it would not have hurt me. I think if I put him in speed, I have to double check his. Yeah, he doesn't even have an advanced attack. That's why I had him. That's why I put the attack on him. Okay. I put Ocean Master up to 2 red stars, but is he worth it? He is 100% worth it. Leave it. 100%. He is amazing. What's up, Mr. West? 100% worth it. You did not make a bad decision at all. If you have Nightwing, literally, as a matter of fact, we'll just go back and revisit this. Literally, this block set is because Ocean Master is a beast. He does great thing on block 2. He's an amazing character, but when you run him and Ocean Master together, it's poetry in motion. Okay, so coming back, 3, 2, 1. All right, so now Bane. Same thing I kind of have with him is that I'm using the block set as defensive set, so that way we're not taking in as much damage as he blocks, hopefully as I get the block percentage up, the block amount up, and then I have HP on him to make sure he's not too squishy. Why not block and HP? You mean on Nightwing? Truth be told, because I never double checked on it, I was okay with the block. The HP would make him tankier, no joke, but he doesn't fall easy. I'll go ahead and put it on there, honestly. But I never thought about it. He has a key. We got to pause the recording. Oh. Conchale tu madre. Okay, so we're gonna fanculo. Okay. Yeah. I do have a block percentage radio already on Nightwing. The thing I just run into is that I really want that crit. Yeah, you see there? That's it. That's why I didn't change this one, because it had block percent on it. That's why I didn't change this one. I remember that now. And then this just stayed because that stayed. That was the only justification. I remember that now. This was sick. That's why I had it. Thank you for that little note of a reminder. If I had an HP with block on it, maybe. But, I mean, there's block there. But, I mean, I'm getting damn near 10% of block off of this. Damn, I forgot about that. That's why. Thank you, Missile. I completely forgot that I had already been through that process. Because when you asked, I was like, I guess I just left it and didn't look at it again. But Nightwing is too good for me not to have looked at a couple times. Completely spaced out on that. And I would love if I got an epic piece, any of them, with block percentage on them. Any of them. Dog. Primary epic plus 10 might be like 8.7%. No. Prime ep, you mean like this when I get up to here is going to be 8%? Or you mean like when I'm on epic 1, it's going to be up to 8%? Because right here, the block here is 6% already for that piece of epic. So if I took this, what would I remove? That's already goated. This could be replaced by an HP if I had an HP. There's an HP right there. I mean, I could see. No, was it this one? That one would be the crit percent. He has no crit on him. I feel like I shouldn't put this piece on him. I feel like I should put it on somebody else. I just don't know who. You can search for... I've tried to do that before and it didn't work. It kept giving me the wrong thing because I wanted to sort by block percentage. And it was still giving me this. Let me just do it that way. This gave me block percentage. Okay, cool. This gave me block. Last time I tried that, it did not go. And then the other stuff goes down here. Okay. So all my block percentage is in these elite things. And then when I get block here, 6%, 6%, and I don't have an epic one piece of is anybody up to 5? I could put it into this one right now because that has a heal bonus anyway. Oh, but it's not a prime. It's not. Okay. I'm trying to find the piece that I'll be okay. You know what? I'll do it here because even if I don't, it's not enough, that still benefits Bloodsport. Still only 7%. Yeah, this beats it. It's still only 7%. Well, Bloodsport got a nice piece now. Okay. When I get one, wow, sorry. When I get one, it's gonna go there, but I just don't have it. All right, so where was I on his block set? Using block set as defense, and then to attack. I was talking about Bane. I put 2 Bane. 2 block sets on Bane, and then the HP, so he's not so squishy. I said that part. I talked about speed. HP crit is like the big elephant in the room. Let me go through. We talked about speed because of debuffs advanced attacks. We talk about the attack being on Superman for a specific reason. Batman single target. Speed is on Kid Flash because of advanced attacks. HP and speed on Lex. This is because he does multiple attacks. He single burst. That doesn't explain anything new. Attack. This could be crit, honestly. Crit. That's obvious. AoE. I think I actually explained everything I wanted to explain. How long was that video? 12 minutes. We can wrap it on that. Everything else, based off of what I said, you should be able to tell why I did it. You may not know exactly, you may not agree with it, but you'll be able to say oh, he put 2 attack, he put 2 speed, and then 1 HP set. She must have something she does on her advanced attack that makes him want to get it out there first. And of course she does because she revives. So yeah, I think that all is clear. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Or I would say, all right, so I've been through everything, I think. Granted, please forgive the herky-jerky motion of this video because it was very haphazard. Someone asked and I wanted to answer. So thank you guys for watching. Please please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and a dislike. I'm okay with that as well. I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, that video is going to be a mess. That video will be a mess. I'm going to have to do a lot of editing on that. And probably record some other scenes. Makes sense, yeah, but it's on a purple gear, so it's kind of bad. I know. I guess you saw me go through that whole process already. Okay, I need to have these. I think that's squared up here, and then that there. We'll do this, so that way camera right is talking out loud for no reason. Flip, you got to realize just because you retain you doesn't mean it isn't someone at low points. Everyone's learning differently. Yeah. We're not going to go into all that. You can search for the top. Yeah, got all through that. Okay, cool. Percentage on belt 3rd stat. Yeah, on the 3rd stat. Yeah. This one you mean? Hold up. Replace. Okay. Bro, what is the best pairing for Deathstroke? Anybody. Any damn body. Oh, anything. What I've been using Deathstroke with Ocean Master and Nightwing because Ocean Master does get out bleeds. Nightwing does help Ocean Master do counters, and then I've been running him with Sinestro because Sinestro gets a stack of fear every time Deathstroke does anything. Anytime he does anything, Sinestro's like, thanks, appreciate you. Oh, thank more. Oh, you're so nice. Um, so I have been trying to run him with bleeds. I have not quite, and you know what? Because I've been looking for something. I've been looking for something. Let's go ahead and go challenge somebody in here. Shame, shame, shame. All right. Are you 1 million? 723 is okay. It's not, but we're gonna pretend like it is. We're gonna leave Wonder Woman out though. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and put Nightwing in. We're gonna go ahead and put Ocean Master in. Oh yeah, somebody just asked about Ocean Master, so this will be good for them to see that they did not make a bad investment. Who else fills this out? Yeah, we got all agile over here. Then she's going to destroy us. Wow, wow, wow. I'm scared of this one. Since somebody questioned my use of Black Canary. Pull. Get some. All right, so you go a lot. I want you to go first. Actually, this would have been the smarter thing over. No, actually. Yes. Okay, cool. I guess I'll do without reinforcements. Let's go. Where it says crit resist. Yeah, that's not a block when it comes to Ocean Master. Crit resistance is you're resisting critical attacks. It doesn't say that you actually blocked anything, right? You see how Wonder Woman has that silence on her that lasts 2 turns so that Wonder Woman can't do her AoE attack? You can still use Black Canary. So if you watch Deathstroke, you'll see that every time he does something, he gets more here. Oh, there's 4. Thank you, buddy. Oh, you're going to do it again? Oh, I'm going to get some more. Thank you. You are so nice. Oh, you are so generous. He does that. So, yeah, I think I needed an explicit block, not a crit resistance block, in order for his passive to proc. But on Greifer, you said that Deathstroke can run with anybody. I did. I very much did. You want to know why? Nutcracker. Yep, let's go ahead and crack some nuts. I did because I think I could take Deathstroke into this right now. We'll slide you over in the middle. I'm going to put you with... let's have fun. Let's have some fun. No, you're not fun. You will be more fun because she gets frantic, which increases the crit chance. Deathstroke is a beast. He's a damn beast. And then he'll have the highest attack, so we'll run Lex, and then Lex will make sure that he keeps going and going and going and going. I'm going to put Lex up first since I think I only want to run 3. This is me having some fun. I'm just going to run 3. You should not be in the front, though. Let's see what happens. Do you have another? Nope, it's just Lex's thing for the reduced damage. All right, so. Oh, wait. Running 3 is stupid because I won't get to my ultimates for a long time. Oh, well, let's see what happens. I might get rocked because I'm being arrogant. Well, silence, Wonder Woman using Canary. Bro, that's different. Oh, yeah. Like Black Canary has shown her usefulness to me a couple of times in the last week. So it's a very specialized thing that you can do. It's a very specialized thing that you can do, but it works. Oh, and here goes Deathstroke. Wait, why is... Did Dr. Fate already die? Oh, unfortunate. Why wasn't Atrocitus or Archilo on your top 10 list? April. You're going to have to forgive me, okay? I don't like the Lantern universe. And were you talking about Arcus? Because you said Archilo. I think you're talking about Arcus. This is an outrage. Look, man, like, okay. I gotta be honest. Nobody's perfect. And I accept you for your imperfection of liking the lanterns. I do. I really do. It's okay. Your every imperfection is perfect. I accept you for liking the lanterns. None of us can be great in every aspect of our lives. We have to at some point fall just slightly short, and you pick the lanterns instead of something cool like Gotham. So I get it. I get it. It's okay. We can't help who we love. We love who we love. We love who we love. You can't help it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the heart wants what the heart wants. It's just your heart wants the wrong thing. So Akilo is the right hand of Sinestro. See, I don't even the big dude. That's vague. That's vague. When you said the big dude, all I thought was like Sinestro standing here in like Shaq in a yellow lantern ring. Because you do have like, I think you have a WNBA player in your profile. I can't quite see. Oh no, that's Vince Carter. You have Vince Carter in your like profile picture. And all I could think of was like Vince Carter, NBA, big dude standing next to Sinestro, and I just saw Shaq with like a ring of fear. Although people were scared of him in his day, the Diesel. But that's all I could think of was Shaq with the with a yellow lantern core ring. Oh, that'd be awesome. Okay. We had this talk, Jordan. I got down to all of the comics that Batman had the lantern ring in. So yeah, there were a couple of issues where he had the lantern ring. Ask any educated therapist, psychologist, or any or another, then deals with learning development or brain development as a whole. Difference in opinions, Jordan. That's all. I'm just saying that no one can learn once from. Let it go. Let it go. Y'all stay on this. Are they going to add Killer Frost to the game? Yeah, no, she's a mini boss, and from someone told me that she was already in the game, but then they removed her as a playable player. Also, same thing with like I think Firestorm is playable, right? I think there's like another character in the game that you can play against, but they're not in it. So it's one of those. They're gonna probably do like some kind of Flash event and introduce like Iron Flash, Wally West, and then like I don't know. They have a lot of Flash villains in here, but they'll probably introduce that in like a Professor Zoom, and then bring back Killer Frost or something. Yeah, it's agree to disagree. Handshake, move on. So I don't know. They'll probably. I mean, who knows? Does anybody know what the next DC movie is gonna be? Does anybody have a clue? I saw a preview for a movie that's coming out in December that I wanted to see, and then I completely forgot it because, you know, previews in the beginning are a great way to forget stuff after watching a 2-hour movie. The Great Debater. You should replace the word great with master. Okay, so we're going to go at this. So Aquaman have been here. Maybe. This is the other thing, too. They put in a second Superman before they put in Aquaman or... I agree with Batman Beyond. Static Shock can wait a couple years. But I do like Static Shock as well. But I didn't have the affinity for him. I only knew Static Shock from the cartoon. I never read any of his comics. I'll be real on that. Batman Beyond, I read the comics and the cartoon. That's one of my favorite cartoons. Is it that weird green guy that became a hero? The weird green guy that became a hero. Oh, Aquaman was a playable character before. I completely missed this comment, Trooper. What? Next DC thing is Peacemaker TV show. Is that okay? I almost gave a spoiler. I believe they only did that for the movie promo. Well, I'll put it this way. If the next thing is a Peacemaker TV show, you're about to see Peacemaker get added to the game. We can bet that. In fact, Peacemaker may be one of the things that unlocks the affinities for Black Canary. Oh, y'all, what if they put Mr. Terrific in and he's an elite? Nope, they already had him at rank like 11 from that screenshot I saw. We can't see her affinities from here. There's one affinity that's blocked off, and I thought it might be Wildcat because the character isn't in the game yet. Um, Next, yeah, okay. So let's see. How are we going to go at this team? This is a team I need to pay attention to. You may be a problem. We may not need to do this. I never saw Peacemaker season 1, to be honest. I never did. I didn't trust DC anymore. I thought Titans was cool, but I never even finished Titans. That's when I started getting back into like playing PlayStation and doing comics. And no, that's a lie. No, that's a lie. All right, so I'm trying to avoid using Wonder Woman. I feel like I use her as a crutch, and it's really messing up my skill at developing character strategies and rosters for trying to get over stuff without just relying on her wiping everybody out. And this may be the case where I could use Guy Gardner and Lex and see if they run well against this. Even though, no, we'll be slightly more powerful. I guess I want DPS soups to hit into that. I guess I want Jessica Cruz to be up front. I guess I would like for Lex to get his shields off, so that way Jessica Cruz is over here loading up. Deathstroke can just do Deathstroke stuff. However, I think I will put Deathstroke at the back so he doesn't eat up the ultimate points. Kid Flash can go in the middle. Her thing's going to go second. I think Guy Gardner should get at least 2 turns. That's going to proc 2 shields. So long as nobody has immunity, or so long as people take damage, we should give her 2 more stacks. He will pop off his shields. That'll give her 7 stacks total before she goes. Maybe. Deploy, and then we'll get some heals in here just in case. This should be good to go. My main concern is Deathstroke on this side. I want him to go at he's gonna go at Soups first, but I want him to like be protected from, and I don't think it's gonna happen. All right, let's see what happens. Our Kilo is like if Killer Croc got a yellow lantern ring. I gotta be honest with you too, April, on something else. Of the lanterns that I find interesting, I find the red lanterns more interesting than the yellow. And it might just be because I read the Origin of Bleeds as part of the Blackest Night series. I know about the origin of Atrocitus. And the thing is that it sounds stupid. I can relate to that more. I think that's part of the reason why I relate to Batman in the sense of like, if that happened to me, blah, 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 I could understand where like the thought process of I don't want that to ever happen to anyone again. By the same token, I could understand the thought process of a woman who was absolutely just so like her entire people were destroyed by this other people. She's basically sold into slavery, and she gets a ring to where she can exact her revenge on every person that destroyed her life. I get that too. Tross the same thing. I get that too. That was the one thing that made Drax's character kind of okay in the first 2 Guardians of the Galaxy, is because it was like, you're annoying and you don't think things through and you don't think clearly. You just run into stuff and screw it up. However, you were, and that's what I loved about the third one. You were a father, and you were never really a destroyer. But you were just hurting because your family has been taken from you, and you are going to do whatever you can to get that guy back. And I understand that. So I'll rock with the Red Lanterns. Yeah, okay, Flip. Yeah, I'll rock with the Red Lanterns. Green Lanterns, the fact that they picked Hal Jordan means that whole thing is BS, one. Yellow Lanterns just based off of fear. I mean, I guess if you want to impose fear, sure, but that usually comes from a place of being afraid. Orange Lanterns, they just greedy. I mean, they might as well be rappers. I say that knowing that's the majority of what I'll listen to. I just don't listen to, well, anyway. Blue, Hope, which is nice. What am I supposed to say against Hope? What do I say against Hope? It's Hope. The Ultraviolets, weren't they just like a knockoff mix between like the Yellow Lanterns and the Red Lanterns? Am I missing that? Supergirl 2 though. Supergirl, Guy Gardner always felt like a Red Lantern to me anyway. That just fit. And I don't even know why. Like he didn't have any kind of great tragedy in his past. When Supergirl got it though, and here's the thing, I never April, you would be the one to know. What issues are the Supergirl as a Red Lantern issues? Because I've never read that. I never read that. Guy Gardner should have been a Red Lantern. Honestly, that might happen in this, like, well, whatever. Because he seems to fit, and Nathan Fillion could definitely play a villain. Plus, he's older. And then that could be their introduction to Kyle Rayner if they wanted to bring him in over Nathan Fillion, who's like probably knocking on 60. You bring in Kyle Rayner as the Lantern that replaces him, and then you have a cameo appearance by Ryan Reynolds as Hal Jordan or whatever the hell. So he can make up for that trash he made. Okay. Yeah, I want the Supergirl issue where Kyle Rayner, Guy Gardner was a bit. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was just a jerk. Okay. That makes sense then. But then here, okay, but all right, this is gonna sound. I don't mean to diminish that because that's something terrible, but that's something that he could have fixed as a Green Lantern. You know what I'm saying? Like just because that's one of those. When you say that, I assume it's family or like somebody close in his vicinity. They would have never gave me a Green Lantern ring because I'd have just taken a little balloon and lifted him up into space and then popped the balloon. Red Lantern guy wasn't a villain though. I believe he turned them around. Oh, so he turned the rage into something positive. Oh. Okay. Okay. I see. Okay. Okay. I see that. Oh, but what I was gonna say is like I can understand where the rage would come from with that situation. Let's keep it comics. I'm not gonna real life is, you know what I'm saying? But keep it comics. That problem could have been solved by him. Supergirl's planet exploded because of a bunch of people who didn't pay attention and they disappeared off into the Phantom Zone. So like I can understand that rage is different because a whole planet exploded and the people who are responsible are not just like people that are in your immediate vicinity. You know what I mean? It's like it's the difference between like Guy Gardner's thing is more like household, and he could fix that as soon as he became an adult. Pick away, and you could have fixed it or gotten your revenge. Bleeze had her tongue cut out, sold into slavery across a galaxy, and then her entire like race was destroyed. So like she was trying to take out everybody, and you're gonna need a ring for that. You see what I'm saying? Like Guy Gardner just needed a Glock. That's all he needed. That was dark, I know, and I try to keep it positive, but anyway. I also want to know, but I can't really do it with, was I popping off with Sinestro? Let's run this thing, but I need a bigger team to run this. Because I want to know how much this works, and I kind of want to do a punch up, but I don't have anybody who's like floating around 30. Like this is the guy who presents the most trouble for me with his team. Well, he was, but the way the Green Lanterns treated him, they still treated him like he was disposable. And this is the thing I don't get about the Lanterns. How? The Ring chose him. How are you treating him as he's disposable? Shouldn't he be a knight to you? Like one of your, like what? How does that? The whole ring thing didn't make sense to me. Sorry. It's just too many inconsistencies, too many like, whatever. It just didn't make sense to me. These old bald dudes, purple though they may be, like made these decisions about these rules, and the rings choose people. But of the 4 people it chose from Earth, 2 of them I could say like were good representatives of what they wanted the Green Lantern Corps to be, and that would be John Stewart and Kyle Rayner. John Stewart became an ultraviolet lantern. Kyle Rayner became a white lantern. Guy Gardner became a red lantern. Hal Jordan became Parallax, didn't he? Didn't he have the Parallax thing? Whatever. Your recruitment is fantastic. Kudos to your HR department. Like, what are we? Okay. No, actually, I want to try to run Sinestro with Raven. I gotta join the Discord. Oh man. The funny thing is, Guy was the first choice over Hal, but Hal was closer in the vicinity and got it first. Both bad choices. Both bad choice. And the reason why the Batman thing came up on the previous stream is that you would pick Batman. You would pick Clark Kent. Yeah, he has superpowers. How about we take the superpowered being and give it a Green Lantern ring, and that guy literally with all the powers on the planet won't kill people. But no, you pick the womanizer who's a test pilot who's reckless. Okay. Whatever, dog. Okay. Green Arrow. Whatever, dog. The rain selection was BS. All right. So I didn't realize I was that passionate about it. Reza did a Goku fusion of the red and blue lanterns. Did he do the dance though? Oh. Oh boy. Okay. I'm not doing the dance, Goku. All right. So, okay. So I want to get debuffs out there to power up Sinestro. So Raven does that, and Deathstroke does that. How do you feel about Batman fusing with Superman, who also had a Green Lantern ring? I mean, Batman's my favorite. He can't be all powerful. The one time he had Superman's powers, he never slept and just flew around the planet chasing the night. He never saw the sun. So like, nah. When you're going to see F4, depending on how my August 1st goes, which is the Independence Day here, the National Day here in Switzerland, I always forget, and I don't know if I'm going to do anything. I might see it this weekend. I have my daughter next week, so you'll see me stream a lot less. Remember when Superman almost killed a villain? I remember when he punched a hole through the Joker's chest. That was awesome. So Superman was yesterday. I still need to do a private stream for that. Hello. How would you gear the bride? I don't know the bride's kit at all. Give me a minute. I'm going to run this fight. I'm going to read her kit. Okay. Ain't Batman have a yellow ring? He did at one point. But the thing is, yeah, and it fits. It fits. But they were trying to do it the opposite way. And I guess what I said before would apply is that the people who try to implement fear themselves are because they have fear in themselves. And he has a bunch of fears. That's why he continues to be the Batman. But he did have a yellow ring. He did have a yellow ring. I don't know if Gorilla Grodd can stand up to this. I need to take him rank 8. I do. I'm also trying to get away from using Superman as a crutch, but that's going to have to happen, I guess. And I need some water because I'm starting to get a headache. Let's see what happens with this. Who knows? And then I'm going to go read the bride's kit and figure out what I would do. So did you pull the bride as an ultimate? You got to read absolute. You told me that already though. Really? Okay. Hold up. I got guys, 1 second. I gotta. Damn it. I am going to run this. I'm going to get my water. I'm going to get my tablet, and I'll be right back. Wait, I want to collect Deceased TMNT, The Last Ronin 1. That's it. I bought those like on Apple Books, or not Apple Books, Playbooks. I love them. To have those volumes would be pretty awesome. If I restart, does that mean I have to redo? God, son of a... This is a flaw in this system. I love being able to fight against you guys and try to build up stuff, but damn it if I got to reset this thing every time. I don't even remember who I had up. I did not have Lex. Did I have Lex? I don't know. Son of a, I had Gorilla Grodd up. And actually, you know what? Let's get cute. No, I didn't have this here. Had you there. And I think I had someone else there. But no, I remember because this little SOB is going to unleash a dadgum AoE attack that's going to destroy everything. And I could use Canary, but I don't want to waste that spot on the no damage at all. I have no sustain here whatsoever. Sure. This is not gonna work at all. At all. Bet. Okay, so yeah, I actually bought volume 8 of TMNT last night and started reading that. Still love that series. I definitely could use some advice for last stages of Convergence and also later stages of raid bosses. Appreciate all your content. No worries. All hail Anihulis, Lord of the Negative Zone. Wrong universe. Okay, so we will see. I do, just asking though, have you checked the guides on the raid bosses? Booster Gold would be a cool character to add to. No, he would not. I can't stand Booster Gold. I don't like any of those goofy fake superheroes. I don't like Plastic Man. I don't like Elastic Man. I don't like... Well, no, Plastic Man was the thief. Elastic Man was somebody else. Booster Gold, his goofy Forrest Gumping his way through a comic book ass. Like, I don't know. Unless they just portrayed him differently in everything else I've seen. This might be good for us. It could have been better. Could have been better. We would love if something else just, I don't know, happened. That'd be nice. Bye-bye, Sinestro. Bye-bye, everybody. Okay, I'm going to go get my water. Mr. West. Remember when Batman and Booster Gold and Time Trial? I never saw that. Was that like in a Batman the Bold, Brave and the Bold? I think I have actively not touched Booster Gold comics. Oh boy, I don't want to get his stupid on me. Okay, so I'm gonna read The Bride. I'm gonna go get my water real quick. I don't even think I need to put up anything. To some extent, but always could use more information and advice from you and others. One sec, let me get my water. Ooh, old knees. I have to admit, since I've started doing YouTube, or streaming, I should say, I've drank so much water. It's really good. Streaming is really good for hydration. All right, what's up, Relo? But you've already done stuff. He's not always stupid. Booster Gold is one of those forgotten trash sides characters no one can... There are a lot of people who are Booster Gold fans. There are. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you. I'm just saying I don't get it. That's all. It's like Drake's music. I want to say Bizarro does have burn. Someone did say that. Someone brought that up to me, that on his emblem, once you get past certain points, he will start applying burn. Hoping your Monday night is going smooth, my man. Thanks, Chris. I hope it goes. You know what? I got to be honest. Whenever I get on stream, it does put me in a better spirit. So I currently have Bride on 2 block, 1 HP with HP on accessory. She survives, but not sure if it's necessary. I don't know why you would have block on her. Okay, so the Bride fires a shot at 3 random targets in the same row, dealing 50% of her attack as physical damage with each shot. Totals fired as 4. Bridezilla Barrage now gains 15% lifesteal. That's cool. For her only. Next is whenever the bride is damaged by an ally or has HP sacrifice, she heals herself for 25% of the amount. And her back row allies gain 1 stack of hard hit. Is this that crap where, like, if Weasel bites her, she's going to gain 25% of what was lost is nothing. And then she put hard hit on the... Bride now heals herself for 50% of the amount of... Just heal for everything. The bride also gains 2 stacks of recuperate. I guess that's good. Up to a maximum of 4 whenever she's damaged by an ally or has her HP sacrifice. I don't like the sacrifice mechanic. The bride's crit rate increases by 5% for every 20% of her HP she loses. I guess this is cool. The bride's crit rate is instead increases for every 10% HP. The bride gains 20% crit damage whenever her HP drops below 35%. So if Wonder Woman drops in on that dome, you're not doing nothing. When the bride receives a fatal attack, she revives with 5% of her max HP. That is nothing. And instantly performs her basic attack with an additional 50% crit rate. And the crit attack has no heal on it. Okay. This attack has 10% lifesteal. Yeah. Undying can only be triggered once per battle. Well, yeah. The bride rallies each ally into using their basic attack. She caps off the barrage with her own. All allies gain 1 stack of hard hit. Okay. What's her advanced attack? That's a passive. So she has 3 passives. And then her 1 advanced attack, which fires 3 shots. She revives with 5% of her HP. I'm leaning towards HP, 2 HP first. Because when she revives, she's only going to revive with 5%. Now, I know 5% is not a lot, but you want your 5% to be as big as possible is the only argument I can make for that. So then you would increase her HP and then put things on her, like epic pieces that have HP bonuses at the bottom for the random substat. The block set does keep her from being squishy. I can't see her HP stats right now. The block set does help with the squishiness. She does not have any other skill other than hard hit. She's giving out recuperate and hard hit when she gets bitten. Bride's increased rate by 20% for everything she loses. Part of me wants to say crit set since she's setting herself up to crit, but I would need to know what those damage stats look like. I would need to know what those damage, because I do not know. Here's the other thing too. Check the block amount for your block. Like go to the stat. I can't get to his. Just make. Okay. Go to the character stat and see what her block amount is. How much is she blocking when she does block? Okay. I have respect for the bride and her team because of the Creature Commando show. I never saw the Creature Commando show. That had to be strictly US. Would love to see Arthurian team comp. Oh, King Arthur and them. I just finished with The Bright Sword. Good book. Go get it. That book at the end, no spoilers, had me like on the edge of my seat cheering and rooting. Like that thing had me so like, oh man, that was a good book. It's at 0 amount, block amount. Now here's the thing. I mean, I think 0 means 0. I find it so ridiculous that you have to build a block amount around a block. So that means that the block sets that you have is not blocking anything, right? Oh, it's new on HBO Max. Oh, is this like a Harley Quinn style show where it's more comedy than action, or are they actually trying to be serious? When do you start getting consistent epic gear? I'm at chapter 18. I may be C1 in the shops. Look at the top of your shop. Here. And it'll tell you when the gear is going to upgrade. Mine is going to, that's part of the reason why I want to hurry up finish 2830. Mine is going to upgrade here, is going to upgrade at when I finish 2330. Evil Falls is gonna upgrade when I go to 2930. So, then there was the other question about the raid bosses, which raid bosses I can't give you too much more on than the guides I actually gave you. Later stages of Convergence, and I hate to be this guy. I really do. Convergence is very much a roster check. Because you get to certain stages and you just can't go any further until you upgrade. Because villains, I was stuck. Everything was at 9. Everything was like at least a chapter ahead of where my villains was until I got Sinestro. And then once I got Sinestro and leveled him up, I just melted through a bunch of stages. So yeah, oh wow, there's a whole bunch of stuff down here. So I just melted through a bunch of stages once I got like Sinestro. So this here is very, very, very much a roster check. And I guess the best way to go about it is to be balanced across heroes, villains, and then all of the traits. But there's no like extra advice I could give you hero wise. I mean, Wonder Woman has carried me here. Villain wise, like I just said, Sinestro has. Red, also a Wonder Woman situation. Green Arrow, now Deathstroke. Deathstroke is doing work in here. And then blue is Sinestro. He's carrying me now. Jessica Cruz as well can do some work if you have Lex. Jessica Cruz and Lex do okay in here. Zatanna will give you frantic. Hold on, let me see now the sound's messing up. Let me think. Green Arrow, Deathstroke, Kid Flash for sustain, of course. Nightwing, Ocean Master, they go well in green. I mean, if you have Flash, and of course. If we're talking about red, Mighty, Superman, Wonder Woman, of course, those are two legendary. Batman will go well in there. I would put Bizarro over John Stewart. Sorry, John Stewart. And I actually like, well, whatever. There's like nobody that does any kind of sustain in like red, except for like Two-Face, who has lifesteal on the back row only for 15%. No one else from red does shields for others. Guy Gardner gives shield to himself, and no one does heals. So it's really hard on that one. Justice League Dark. I'm doing the watch-alongs. I'm rewatching all of the DC animated universe. And I just finished, what was it, Flashpoint Paradox. I did do a watch-along for the Dark Knight Returns Parts 1 and 2. And then for Predators, Killer of Killers. I did a watch-along for that. And I'm going to do a watch-along for all the DC animated universe and just go in order and rewatch all of them. I am going to have fun with that. Blue Beetle. Is Blue Beetle mighty? I thought Blue Beetle was tactical. I don't have him. ¿Dónde está? Está aquí. Oh, yeah, he's mighty. I give it up. Yeah, I got her yesterday, so I don't have any good epic block sets. Thanks for the help. Don't put block sets on her then. I'm gonna say, since you have 0 block amount, you block, but what are you blocking? Unless you're trying to like block for Ocean Master to retaliate, I don't know why you would have a block set on her. Wait, was it? Do you believe they are going to nerf Guy because he has the potential to attack until someone dies if you were lucky? Here's the thing. No. Because that's the thing that happens like in his badge, if I'm not mistaken, if you put all of the investment into a badge, which means it's going to happen in a while. I mean, the whales will be able to do it and the Kraken will be able to do it. But like in his emblem, this thing is all the way down at the bottom and they put 70%. So they know what they were doing. I'm just wondering when that pops off, how is that going to change? Where do I find the Discord link? It's in the description section. Of the you're on YouTube. It should be on Twitch as well. Okay. So yeah, this is gonna be nuts. The people who have it right now are either really good at hoarding or spend a lot of money. I haven't run into anybody, but I mean it's arena. Like the arena here isn't exactly like popping yet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna get there, but it's not there yet. It's still in development. or still people trying to build rosters and strategies and other stuff. When you start seeing if you start seeing more content creators, then I think arena's going to start to pop a little bit more. Good looks. That's the idea I was getting. The further I got into it, certain convergence locations are tough because the roster checks, having to unlock key villains and stuff like that. Not even key villains, just better. Because I could also argue that if I got instead of getting Sinestro, if I got I don't even see another villain up here. They have to really put some more villains in this game. Lex Lex did start to carry a little bit, but Sinestro's better. Is she a villain even? She's a hero. Like, they have 2 villain legendary. I didn't even know. 3 Deathstroke. Okay. But then the rest are heroes. They're really trying to stomp out the villains. They did not put anyway. Plus, they don't have a lot of villains in the game. Yeah, I heard that Dr. Fate's really strong, but then he actually gets better as more characters die, from what I understand of his kit. When we doing this watch party Monday, as soon as I can figure things out, because it's also a time thing. 1 and 2, I'm doing the watch alongs. I'm trying to get my game up on that. But yeah, wait, I'm only missing 12 characters from this game. 4. That's 5. So that's 9. And then good. That's 11. Oh, 12. Am I going to unlock I'll unlock all the epics pretty easily, but okay, sure. Hero collector, keyword hero. Fair. Yeah, no, I got to figure out the timing and all that stuff, honestly. And I do want to do live watch alongs while as well doing on demand watch alongs. And I think the biggest issue with my watch alongs are timing. And I don't know, for example, I guess the weekends are a bit different depending on if I have my daughter or not. But if I'm going to do a watch along where it's 6 o'clock in the morning my time, I'm going to be drinking coffee while you guys are probably going to sleep. That kind of stuff. So we can figure it out at some point. We'll figure it out at some point. But yeah, right now was trying to figure out how to do Patreon content and then private streams. So that way it's I'm going to try to figure out a time where I can just set up to this is when I'm going to usually do streams for everybody, and then do 2 or 3 private streams a month where it's just folks who are subscribers or day ones. I will let some day ones in without I don't know how they do that though. I don't know if you can gift that to anybody, but we'll see. And then you guys have to promote. All right. So I try to wait on these as much as possible. I don't know if it's superstition or not. 12 hours. Yay. That's usually my limit. All right. So let's go ahead and get in here and level up Sinestro a little bit. One time. How many diamonds do I have? I mean, he's at 210. And then what am I looking at in terms of ranking up somebody else? I wanted to wait until the store reset so I could rank up Deathstroke. Yeah, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to try to figure it out. I want to do setup times. Idiot. I can do a rotating schedule. Because I will stream typically 6 a.m., or 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and then you could do Saturdays. I can try to do one for each time. So for example, Flashpoint Paradox one morning, and then a different morning, Justice League Dark, and then another morning, Public Enemies, World's Finest. So I could do that so that way it kind of covers everybody, and you may not get the movie that you necessarily wanted, but it won't be any different. Do you buy all the comics you read, or do you have an app? April, I've been looking for an app. I used to have an app. Let's be real. I used to have an app that I would get, and then I would download the CBR files from a torrent site. Times was hard, right? Now I buy them under the red hood. I can't wait to watch that one again. But that's not part of the DC AMU, as they call it. That was before. So I don't have an app. There was one website called comic with a K.io where I could get a bunch of manga, and I just haven't looked at it enough. And plus, when I tried to find My Hero Academia, the manga, they only had volume 2 or something like that. Plus, started watching My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Good. It's giving me all the feels that I got from My Hero Academia. But yeah, let's go into War World a little bit. A little bit of Arena. I think I've already done this though because I had to do it for the Guy Gardner event. All right, let's go on to some other teams. Do you think Mr. Terrific coming out before old version characters? Mr. Terrific better be announced this week. Like, I don't understand. Not my job. But if Guy Gardner's ending now, I would check my phone right now if it was in my reach, because I feel like they're gonna make an announcement at any moment that Guy Gardner's event is gonna end in like 2 days, and now we're introducing Mr. Terrific. You can buy him next Monday for $50 as the Epic, and then 3 days later do the same featured banner with him. I'm assuming that announcement's coming soon. I don't know. Let's run them. I want to see how they do. But it feels like, well, whatever. We'll just do this. Sure. Okay. Where's my Mask of the Phantasm fancy? Yo, okay, so you joined the stream late in terms of like time. I went ahead and went on like what somebody asked me what was the best DC animated movie, and I had to reach all the way back and say Mask of the Phantasm. Mask of the Phantasm was still one of those like, no spoilers for our younger. Actually, I got to be real. Maybe there are younger listeners who have never seen Mask of the Phantasm, which we got to talk about your parents. And you need to go to your parents and be like, why haven't you introduced this to me yet? I thought you loved me. Mask of the Phantasm was one of the like, it was a perfect movie. It had a theatrical debut. I was hyped. Loved him. Under the Red Hood is one of my favorites. I gotta give Snyder props for all the Easter eggs we got for Red Hood and The Dark Knight Returns. Oh yeah, I do remember that. What's your name? Oh, Robin. Really? Anyway. This worked out well. Yay for winning. I didn't pay attention. Was Guy Gardner cracking skulls? But no, I was trying to decide between that, The Dark Knight Returns, if I'm not mistaken, which like I said, I rewatched that. That's so good. Especially part 2 when it's Joker versus Batman. That was all I could say during the watch along was like, that's brutal, dog. That's just brutal. That's tough. That is tough. That thing got dark fast. And Batman was like, I am old and I am done with the games. We ain't playing them. He won't be legendary. He'll be an epic. And they'll do the Guy Gardner, I think, where they charge $50. If they bring him out as an elite, I swear. I can't seem to get past season 2 of MHA. I started and just say F it. I did cheat though. It may not be for everybody. It's definitely one of those shonen animes where it's like, we're a group of friends and we can achieve anything together. And that hits me all in my feels. Like, that's the magic button. It's the same thing with Disney movies. They'll have some kid walk up to his dad. For example, they have some kid walk up and then somebody realize, oh no, love was here all along. Or, oh no, let me go save my sister. Or, oh no, the money, whatever. And then I'm all in my feels like, go save her. Like, I'm such a little baby when it comes to that stuff. So yeah, MHA, the Vigilantes too. If you hit all those like little all the tones, you hit all the tones the right way. You got me. It's the same reason why I read like one of my old homegirls, Maggie. We would practice Japanese together. And I got better at writing than I ever did at speaking it because she's from Japan, and we would have her name was Megumi. So, and we would have like a little notebook, and what I would do is I would write in usually hiragana, and she always tried to get me to do kanji, but I was like, but hiragana is easier. I would write in hiragana like my day, what happened, this, that, and the third. If I went on a date or something, I would give it to her. She would correct it and then write back like that day. So we would go back and forth. Anyway, she went to Japan and brought me back a bunch of like Marvel comics in Japanese that were sick. She brought me back like some Berserk comics. She was a super sweet lady. I wish we stayed in touch. She was super sweet. Loved that lady. Like she cried when I left that job. Like we were both emotional, like hugging each other. We didn't want to let go. So she brought me back a bunch of those comic books. I say all that to say she knew me so well that she brought me back this mystery novel. It was in English though, so I could read that one. And the comics were supposed to be like, I write my post-its and I would like read through it all and whatever. And like she brought me back. It was in English, and I was like, this is the cheesiest detective falls in love with the murderer. We know she murdered her husband, and he's just trying to find every single way to be like, no, I am being a good detective. My heart's not involved. And I ate that up. I might as well have been a 45-year-old woman from Minnesota who made it to Florida and is going to lay on the beach and read her books while the kids are in the ocean. Like they had me. They had me. I can't see. Okay, yeah. Seen the movies, and the last thing I saw in the anime was One for All and Shigaraki messing. Oh yeah. I haven't watched any of the movies. I don't know why. Whenever I get into like the anime itself, I can't watch the movies later. Guy Gardner and Jessica Cruz seem to be doing the damn thing. Waka. Like they seem to be getting the job done. Remember when Joker beat up Robin? From Red Hood, that was, I think Red Hood, Under the Red Hood was the first DC animated movie I watched where I was like, oh, they stopped, because Marvel was doing the same thing at the same time, if you remember. And they were coming up with like all this Young Avengers, and it was the children of the Avengers, and it was all cool stuff, but it wasn't like, I watched that a couple of times while going to bed because I was like, I'm gonna fall asleep during this, and that's okay. And then DC, I think it was Under the Red Hood was the first one where I was like, oh, they're not making this for kids anymore. Like this is supposed to be for us. And that scene where he got beat and all you saw was his feet like kicking, man. Remember during Comic-Con when that actor came out to announce Batman versus Superman with the monologue from The Dark Knight Returns? I never saw that. So they did that and then released a crappy movie. Oh, bro, Naruto is infamous for motivational speeches. The heartstrings are saying, I couldn't get it to Naruto. I have started Naruto, I want to say 3 or 4 different times to the point of where I've made it through like 75 episodes. And I don't even remember what happened in any of them. Something about Naruto, I couldn't. I watched all of Bleach and I like Bleach. They don't do the cheesy speeches though. At least none of their speeches are good. They don't do any good like, oh my God, we can make it as friends. Just like Black Clover. Black Clover has no good speeches. I love those shows. But they have no inspirational speeches like that. Like the whole thing with, what's his name? Deku, which when I play basketball now, I say, call me Deku. And when I shoot the ball, I'm like 5%. Sometimes, not all the times. But I have some friends who also like really get into anime that I play basketball with. And whenever they talk about what a hero is and whatever else, and Deku's describing to All Might, like, yeah, I don't know why my legs just started moving and I couldn't control it. And All Might was like, basically by all of it summed up into like, see, that's what I'm talking about. You got it in you. That's basically all it was. And I'm sitting there just like, he has it. It's in you. I believe in you that you can do it. Don't stop. Like I was just I'm all for that stuff. I'm cheesy as hell. I'm all for it. I don't understand how people like Tokyo Revengers. I couldn't stand the MC. He cried every episode. I never watched Tokyo Revengers, and I think it was something about the image that just made me go, nah. I never watched Tokyo Avengers. Or Revengers, sorry. See, that's how much I didn't. When they couldn't get Batman v Superman right, I knew DC. Dude, I've already done my rants on Batman versus Superman, and anybody who watched this channel knows what? That thing came out on my birthday, and I didn't go see it. For a guy who is in his 40s, who still has a Batman embroidered wallet that's like stamped and then has his initials on the inside, my first initial, then my last name, a wallet I still have, and when that one needs to be replaced, guess what's going to replace it? A Batman wallet. I got a Batman money clip. Like, and I did not go see the Batman versus Superman movie on my birthday because I didn't want to. The woman I was dating at the time who does not like superhero movies was like, you don't want to go see that? And it's your birthday. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Heart from my chest. That's why I can feel it when somebody's like, Black Adam broke their heart. Like, you stole my birthday, you bastards. Facts about the movie, they did have some pretty good fight sequences. No, and they did, and they had some. They had, yeah. And I really want to say something inappropriate to be like, yeah, but you know what? I can make it PG, and everybody knows what I was going to say that was going to make it R. That's like having a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever non-binary partner you have. That's like having a partner and being like, yeah, they messed up my credit, and they said they were going to go pay rent for the last 3 months, but they used that money to go shopping. But they're a really good kisser, though. Like, you screwed up so much stuff, the kisses don't matter. Like, I got the IRS chasing me because you forgot to give me a letter saying that they needed me to come in to clear up something on my tax return. No big deal, but because I didn't answer for 6 months, now I gotta go. But she kisses, though. Anyway, oh no, you have to watch Naruto. Those fights are sick. Man, give me Kenshi. Give me Kenshi. When they start describing all of the Bushido stuff, give me that. Bleach was goated. No talk. Always on site. Honestly, yeah. But that's why I like Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling did really good with that too. Dog. This goes to like the gray worm thing, which I won't go into again. You said that you did not trust the alien because you did not know if the powers he had were all the powers he has. We have no idea what his tensions are. And then he says your mom's name and you stop. I'm killing you. And that would have been my mistake because Superman was good. And he was talking about, but who calls their mom Martha? 1, 2. So you have your mom and my same name. Okay, fine. All right. Coincidences happen. However, in my head, as the Batman who thinks that you're some kind of evil alien who could probably mind control me, you just reached your alien stuff into my head and pulled out my mom's name. Why? Who calls their mom Martha? Unless you just don't like her or she's like your stepmom and you never approved of the marriage. You don't call your mom Martha. I call my mom Ma or Mama. Others, Ma, Mom, Mum. You don't say Martha. And honestly, if your mom lets you do that, my mom would have never let me call her first name. That was like, my mom was like, I'm your friend. I got your back. So if I call you, no, you're not. I'm your mom. You call me Ma or Mama. Okay. Same thing with my daughter and my son. What's your first name, Dad? No, but like, what's your first name, Dad or Daddy? You can go Papa or Poppy if you want to. I don't care. What you're not going to do, I will be your best friend for life, but you're not going to treat me like one of your little friends. Sorry. What about Batman was floating with all the bats surrounding him? They took some comic license on that. I got to say they took some comic license on that. The kisses don't matter. Flip, I was trying to keep it PG, my guy. Why do you think I said kisses? Flip, what are you doing to me? I was trying to keep it PG, my guy. Oh, hell. You said the Martha scene had you laughing out loud. The Martha scene had me disgusted. I was really sitting there like, you know when you could taste like pennies in your mouth? It's like, I got to get up. I got to go spit in the sink. I just don't want this flavor in my mouth. I don't like this. Elite rarities are not a thing for new tunes. Are you sure? Because their elite population is scarce. And I feel like there's going to come a wave. I mean, they did it in Raid Shadow Legends. I feel like there's going to come a wave of where they're going to have to populate the pool of rares and probably dump in like 40 just off the, oh, this is going to hurt. Ouch. This is going to be painful. Move. Oh, this is not going to be okay. Oh, this is going to hurt. Okay. Because at a certain point, all you're going to be able to pull is epics, and then the elites and the rares are going to become the rare thing to get. So I feel like at some point they're just going to do a dump of a bunch of like rares and elites of like Condiment Man, stuff like that, and use it to kind of balance out the ability for you to get a rare or an epic. Because at a certain point, I mean, yeah, we're getting the same 5 rares every time. And I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt us because we're using them as fodder anyway, but like, I don't know. It feels like if you want some ancillary characters just to put 3 sets on them, you can plop them in there. So what about Batman? Yeah, yep. BVS is had the best fight scenes in the DCU movie so far. Ooh, the warehouse scene was right. I gotta be honest. Oh wait, that was Suicide Squad, wasn't it? No, maybe I'm wrong. Because I remember where he was like moving around like but I thought that was Suicide Squad. Superman versus Ground Lieutenants would be second. Smooth Operator, can I argue with you? I feel as though Snyder Cut Justice League had better fight scenes. But I only watched Batman versus Superman once, and honestly, I feel like my brain has repressed those memories in order to protect my mental well-being because I don't remember a lot of that movie. I just remember the Martha part because that was just so disgusting. It was definitely a super cringe moment that destroyed the tone of the film. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Oh no, we're good. Okay, so I thought that was gonna hurt though. Well, actually, I was gonna say I wish I could rewind, but it's on stream. I could just go back and watch it. It was definitely super cringe. Still wouldn't have been bad, but would have made sense. Batman fight sequence in BVS, I agree. I gotta watch that again then, because I've repressed that. I don't remember that at all. I really don't remember that fight scene at all. All right, guys, I'm about to get off relatively soon. Especially with my voice. I don't know what's up with my... It's been raining here a lot, and I guess I haven't been dressing warm enough. I want to try to get up to 1,000. If I could beat him, I think I can get it. But I have to win, and Constantine's about to pop off, isn't he? If we can get... no. This ain't gonna happen. Oh, in April, also, here's the argument I would make. Quiet as it's kept. I'm trying to be sure. I'll take Ben Affleck's Batman over Christian Bale's Batman. The Batman Dark Knight trilogy was better, not because of Christian Bale. If you put me in a movie with Liam Neeson, was it Liam Neeson? Yeah, no, Liam Neeson was in it. Gary Oldman was in it. Michael Caine was in it. Morgan Freeman was in it. Tom Hardy was in it. Anne Hathaway was in it. Who was the other? Talia. I don't remember her name, but she was amazing. You put me in a movie with all them actors, I'll be fine. I will be okay. And I'm not saying Christian Bale did a terrible job, but he damn sure wasn't the best actor in Enid. Heath Ledger. He damn sure wasn't the Batman. He wasn't the best thing in those episodes. Dark Knight, he was a detriment to that movie, and not even like I'm saying he was doing a bad acting job. But every time Joker wasn't on the screen, I was like, where's the Joker? Okay, Batman's going through stuff. Okay, cool. No, we get it. Where's the Joker at, though? No. He's sad. He put his mask down on the coffee table. We get it. Where's the Joker, though? Coming from the Batman fan. That interrogation scene... That whole speech, what's that meme? Childhood is believing Batman, but adulthood is knowing that the Joker's right. Was that what it is? What's up, Amir? That's an effing hot take. No, look at he's duck-faced Batman. Look. It's not his fault because the way that they did that Batman, it did not age well, especially with the way they did the voice modulation on Batman from the Ben Affleck. What Ben Affleck did in that role for the Batman, and even how Batman was written, is the like one bright spot that we can take out and put over from that entire debacle that was the DCEU. He was good, and I've said it on here before. I don't even like Ben Affleck. I don't even like dude, but he did the Dark Knight Returns Batman perfect, absolutely perfect. And even in Suicide Squad, when they made him into like a scary monster, like he did a good job. and he just got wrapped up in a crappy universe with some terrible writers and a bunch of producers and execs in suits who wanted to rush every project out because they felt like they were falling behind Marvel, not realizing every time you rush a project out, you fall further behind because you're putting out crap. So, although Aquaman was good, except for the last 30 minutes, why do they have to have this post-apocalyptic every time something ends, the world turns red and orange, and now, oh no, and it's fine. Anyway, there goes that chance at 1,000. I guess I shouldn't have said that about friggin' Christian Bale. Maybe if he goes, I cannot say that stuff on stream. Oh, okay. We have never had a bad Alfred ever. All the Alfreds have been good. The Affleck Alfred was good too. All the Alfreds have been good. I don't like Ben Man because I don't like the way they had portrayed Batman. He used 6 guns in the movie. Dark Knight Returns Batman. That's what he was. He was Dark Knight Returns Batman. He didn't shoot anybody, but he was damn sure using guns, and so was Dark Knight Returns Batman. By far the best Batman is Robert Pattinson, though. Oh, you can't say by far, bruh. You gotta. I didn't even say by far by Ben Affleck and Christian Bale. I'm not saying that Christian Bale was terrible or anything. I'm saying I would prefer one over the other. Michael Keaton will always have a special place in my heart, and for the time that he was out, he was perfect. Kevin Conroy is the one and only true Batman, and he will be the only one true Batman. Rest in peace. Adam West, different style. He held it down though. Rest in peace. Robert Pattinson did an amazing job, and I love that movie. That movie was and I've said it before. Like the chemistry between Zoe Kravitz and Robert Pattinson was like they asked the other to tongue kiss a frog. Like it was in a real one, a toad. Like this ain't turning into a prince, homie. Like they did not like each other in that way. Like maybe they both had onions that day, or they just had a bunch of garlic the night before. I don't know. They didn't want to kiss. As kids, we love the heroes. As adults, we understand the villains. Yes. That was basically what that thing was. Thank you, Cormac. And what's up, Vengeance? What's up, Amir? I think I've already said hello to you. I try to say hi to everybody. Sorry. Smooth operator, sneaking in and just drop in a little nugget of something that was wrong. Okay. Missile Lex. Whoa. Lex last skill plus Guy Gardner's basic attack. Oh no. Got like the synergy between Lex's ultimate and Guy Gardner is amazing, and I kind of want to replace it on one of these teams. That was carried over. Reeves and Keaton did voice changes for the 2 personalities. True. Superman and Batman both had deeper voices. Yeah, true. But the thing is they made Christian Bale do that gruff thing. And it was like, bah, and that would have been okay. But then on the, like, a few years later, it was like Ben Affleck. You know what he would do as a voice modulator? Yeah, of course he would. And it would also be more horrifying because he would sound like okay, all right, damn. And that just kind of was one of those like Christian, like that movie just had to take an L on it. That's all. They just didn't think of that. Okay, so I made it to Victor's Arena. Help, Manu. I need ideas. I got whooped in Victor's Arena last time, and I don't know if I made it to it or not, but the last time I went, I don't know if you should be asking me for a damn thing. As far as comic accurate goes, like the personality of Batman, Robert nailed the depression, violence, and dark aspect of Batman, in my opinion. It depends on which Batman you go for, because you also have, because the way that he went about it, which I do like, I'm not poo-pooing on that, they took it from a perspective of if Batman was just still suffering through what happened with his parents and. But the other Dark Knight trilogy, what they tried to do, which actually Christian Bale was good at doing this, was being I have to be the extravagant guy with the problem, meaning he burned down his own mansion. The idea behind that being the newspaper headline was that people like us would be like, oh man, that billionaire kid, he's going through it. Well, you know what happened with his parents and he saw everything. Yeah, and he's just running for, like, that's the kind of, that was the other side of it, where it's like, he's depressed because he's buying random hotels and has 7 models with him all the time. And not, if that's your lifestyle, whatever. But it wasn't out of him being happy. It was out of him trying to find something that could never be replaced because his parents were gone. You could very easily like draw those lines into that being that type of Batman, right? And then he grows into the billionaire playboy who just isolates himself. And that's the other middle version of the Dark Knight. They took the other approach where it's like, So if that happened to me, I'm gonna be depressed. And I'm not gonna want to be around anybody and nobody. And that's another fair like path that could be taken. I feel like Batman movies are very similar to Spider-Man movies. Each actor is either better, but we had that discussion. I don't even know if you were the one that mentioned it. However, I would argue one thing: Tobey Maguire got it. Tobey Maguire got it. And other thing, at least from the first Amazing Spider-Man, the action sequences in those movies were pretty good, but they weren't enough. Clearly, I liked the portrayal of Spider-Man in that one where it was he's being friendly hood neighborhood, whatever, whatever, but there's still a darkness in him. And he's trying to work through and process what happened in his life. I liked that little psychological twist where they made him dark just a little bit. But yo, this is why Batman and Spider-Man run with each other. You've seen them in several comics together. Every four basics, once evolve three basic attacks. Lex gets damage reduction buff. Gardner can possibly proc 1 or 2 times. Turn off basic triple attack plus enhance 30. Tobey Maguire was a great Peter Parker, not a great. Tom Holland was a good mix too. Dude, Mark Hamill is the Joker. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you thought that I did not understand what that meant. Dog, no. Dog, Mark Hamill is the Joker. You agree with April, Theo? For sure, I definitely like the kill. My parents got killed in front of me. I'm gonna be broken till this is over vibe, and that's what I'm saying. I like that a lot too. Vengeance, like that. That was to me a very, very different approach. You had the isolated dude, Michael Keaton. You had the playboy, whatever, and George Clooney and Christian Bale. Well, and then Val Kilmer was also like the isolated type. This one was, and Adam West was the like glow up. This one was like the first movie portrayal where it was, no man, life ain't okay. I'm not okay. This money's great. I guess I would trade it all for my parents though. That thing. And plus, and here's the other thing too, the thing I liked about it is that they made it part of Batman's personality, because Batman hides in the shadows. He moves, carefully but this was like year 1, I think they said it was year 2 or year 3. And he's walking in the gunfire and they go through it in the movie too, where it's like, this ain't about protecting people. This is about taking out my pain on anybody who I feel is deserving. Like, and I don't care if I die. I don't care. Shoot me. I won't die, and I will hurt you in so many ways. And that's how they kind of portrayed him. All right, Mark Hamill, Arkham. Oh, I never noticed that. Isn't Mark Hamill didn't pass away? Rest in peace. James Gunn's Shoes is good, but the Henry Cavill fans hate him because he wipes his saving everyone instead of aura farming while people die like Henry. What? Can we agree that Mr. Terrific stole the show and Superman? He was awesome. No, we don't agree. 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 And I don't want to get into spoilers, but we don't agree. We don't agree. We don't agree. There were two. Well, okay. He was good. No, don't get that twisted. I love Mr. Terrific in the movie. Don't get that twisted. Don't get that twisted. One, I felt like, without spoilers, across everything, the acting was on point. Like, dude who played Lex, who also played Beast in like the X-Men movies, he was so good at making me hate Lex. And the more I saw him make me hate him, the more I was like, I like him. He really doesn't want me to like him. You know what I mean? Like, it was good. I like Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen had me in stitches when he had to. Okay, I'm not getting no spoilers. Okay, but with Jimmy Olsen, oh god, he was good. And then, okay, this I can talk about because this was in the trailer and it's very early on in the movie when they had that. And guys, please don't put any spoilers of the movie in there. Please don't, because I don't want to be that guy who somebody read something and it's all that stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but I will talk about it a little bit. when um when they have that argument about where it's in the opening credit, my intro, where it's like people were going to die. I was cringe waiting on that like scene, and then I was impressed by how well it was executed because it felt like a real couple argument where they're trying to be. And I had this too with especially my previous relationship where the partner speaks English as their third language, but they speak it better than most of the people I went to school with, like dead up. One, like my ex, like she has a master's in marketing. You know what I mean? But the English is her third language. Yeah, third. So like she is very, very fluent. She works at Microsoft. She's incredibly fluent. However, whenever we get into fights, there are certain things that she wants to express that would be said in certain ways in her language that aren't said in other ways in English, and whole concepts and sentiments that she can say to me and then explain to me, and I would get it, but not while we're fighting and we're emotional and we're like really getting into it. So I had to adopt this thing of like, okay, you said something and I took it this way, and if I took it this way, it's about to go down a really bad path. So I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna hold my anger, and I need to know if this is a I'm 7 angry or we about to turn this up to 10 angry, because I need to figure out what level of anger I have. And then she would also pause too, and we would actually be like, no, like this, like this, like this. Okay, cool. And break. They did that kind of on the record, off the record thing with the fighting. And I was like, that reminds me of that so much, where it is, they were trying to be professional within their relationship. And that does not go when you're talking about a subjective decision that was based on heart. I would have sat back and thought about it. No, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have. You would not have. If you saw a bunch of people dying and you were in the situation and you had Superman's powers, you would have done the same thing too, or you're a bad person. I'm not worried about politics if literally I'm seeing people get shot in front of me. That's very easy to say an ocean away watching stuff on TV. But if you're in the middle of it and you have those powers, I'm not saying if you're like a regular human and you have those powers and you stand there and watch that happen, you're not a good person. So she couldn't have like actually said that, and I think we'll get into that later. But the way they had that like fighting and stuff going on, back and forth, talking over each other, stopping the thing, going back, stopping, and then going back to start again, it was like, dog, that is how that would, and that the writing and the acting and that was like, okay, this is gonna be on point. Like from that moment, I was like, okay, I can relax, because I have anxiety when I go into movies like that because I invest in them too much. The second I saw that scene, and it was pretty early in the movie, I was like, okay, no, they got it. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. After that, I fully relaxed, and I literally like I was sat up like this, and I leaned because we had like pretty big chairs. I sat back. And I was like, okay, we can watch this. We can watch this. This finna be good. So like, yeah, that let me know. Overall, I give that movie an 8. Autocorrect changed my shoes. What? Into other words. Hands down, 1 minute Hamill was cracking jokes, but that laugh he did was scaring children, especially with the shadowing. Dude, Mark Hamill was amazing. But yeah, to all that, from you saying that, Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Terrific, I'm glad of who they got. He was awesome. There's no. But if I had to go for my favorite at the moment, Crypto. I thought it was going to be dumb for them to put Crypto in the movie. The second I heard about it, I was like, they're not going to get it. Nobody's going to get it. And then I saw Crypto and I was like, everybody's going to get it. Do you know how many dog lovers are going to be in that movie? Like, oh, wait, there's a dog. Okay, cool. No, we can go. No, there's a dog superhero. We can go. No, we can see it. And then they're going to see it and they're going to be like, oh, I love him. My daughter's about to get a Crypto stuffed animal for her birthday, or one of her gifts. For real. Bro, autocorrect is so annoying. It's changing my Superman to shoes. Oh, autocorrect changed my shoes into other words. You turn off your autocorrect. Did you watch? I have not seen the new Fantastic Four yet. How do you think about how they portrayed Supergirl? I don't want to say because that's a spoiler. April. No. What I think about it, What's up, Mike? You come on literally as I'm about to get off. As literally as I'm about to get off. Damn it, man. Where were you? I know you got work and stuff, but like, we streaming though. What did I think of it? Oh, okay. I have to shout out to my homie Stevie because my friend Stevie, who is the comic book nerd, he's my like oracle. I ask him for everything. He is okay. To give you an idea of him, he did not approve of Hugh Jackman being Wolverine when he was first introduced as Wolverine for the X-Men movie, because straight up he was like, Hugh Jackman's 6'2", Wolverine is 5'6". He has to be the same height. That was his whole thing. Like that was his. No, it can't be him because he's too tall. He can't be that tall and be Wolverine. Wolverine is short. You can't be that tall. And he was adamant about it. Then once he saw the movie, and it was X1, he was okay with. But then when X2 popped out and Wolverine had the claws out and he was doing his business, he literally wiped Hugh Jackman's name from his mind and only called him Wolverine. There was a movie called Kate and Leopold that came out right around that time, and he would only call it Kate and Wolverine. He would only call it Kate and Wolverine. Like somebody, oh wait, they said they went and saw Kate and Wolverine. They said it was a good movie. Kate and Wolverine. Oh, you mean Kate and Leopold? No, yeah, Kate and Wolverine. Like then he became that because he's so true to the form of the characters. That's the point I'm trying to get at. It's hard for me to see that portrayal, but at the same time, I am always more flexible to like reimaginations of characters as long as it's creative. As long as it's something like creative, I'm good with it. So I am reserving judgment. I giggled when I saw it and I was like, what are they about to do? And then, you know what I mean? So like, I want to see what happens. But from a grounded universe, I like it in my sense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That part of it where it's like, you guys can make this good. You guys can make this good. I am, the way that it's been introduced and the way that it was kind of a through line, but not a through line, the way that it was introduced, I'm reserving judgment. Execution makes everything happen now. Did you like, loved it. That's what we're talking about now. I loved it. I don't want to talk about it. And you know what? Okay, here we go. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to figure out a live stream time. I think tomorrow I'm going to stream tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. What I'm going to try to do is actually plan a stream where 6 a.m. my time, 12 Eastern Standard Time, 11 Central. I'm going to try to find I think what I'm going to do is do a stream that's unlisted and then share the link in like a community post, tell you guys about it tomorrow, and then schedule a time for it and then do it, because tomorrow evening I can't, because I have to do my one of the key handovers for the new apartment I'm going to get. I have to go there and get the key, and then they want to take me to dinner, so we're going to do dinner. The day after that, I will be moving in the morning, so I might stream a little bit in the morning, and then in the evening I will be moving, or unpacking and all the other stuff, because I'm going to try to set up my studio in the new apartment studio. It's like my home office studio. I've already ordered like the green screen and everything, so like hopefully that'll be here by like tomorrow or the day after, so I won't stream that evening. So yeah, I need to set up a stream probably around this time, or maybe in the morning would be better for you guys. We're going to talk about Superman DC. I say Superman DC. We're going to talk about the Superman movie. Spoilers be damned. Everybody in that stream will have seen the movie or not care about the spoilers. And then if that is successful, and successful to me is having 5 or 6 people in it. I'm not trying to have 400 people in it. And if that is successful, then I'll do another one for Fantastic Four, and I will make it a point. If something gets on and popping on August 1st, I can't promise it. If something gets on and popping, but if nothing's on and popping, then I'll try to go see Fantastic Four on Sunday, maybe Saturday, and then maybe I do it Saturday, then do the stream Sunday. I don't know, but then try to do it the same way if that works out. So, guys, wait a sec. LOL accurate. I only call Kate Blanchett Lady Galadriel. Some people just own their roles and ruin them for the others. Do you have any posters of figures to show in the background? Packed up in storage for the new apartment. But the thing is like one of the guys, and maybe he'll watch this eventually, I want him to do, he's going to do some art for the channel. And I want to commission him to do like a couple of larger pieces to put behind me. But if I'm doing green screen, that means I'm going to have to do a second camera angle. And I have to get another camera for that. And I don't know how exactly I want that to go. Because showing in the background, the way that my other room is set up, there is like a wardrobe back here. So I was going to have the green screen here to like block it. But then in front of the green screen, because it's a pretty big one, I could probably put a shelf in front of it with superhero characters on it. And I don't know if I want to do like a pseudo, well, I could do like a pseudo Gotham skyline behind me. That would be cool though. That would be what's up. You should do a tour of the new place and the setup. April. Okay. All right, guys. I'll share this with you. Only my closest 500 friends. That's how many people usually end up watching the stream. What I'm going to, my new place is really nice. I have it for a little over a year, because there's this couple who's hitting retirement, and they're going to travel around the world for like a year and a half. And so what I'm doing is I'm moving there. I'm taking over. I'm going to sublease that apartment, and I'm going to be there for a year and a half, stack my bread a little bit, although that apartment is so expensive. It's so expensive, but it's so nice. And so I'm going to stack my bread a little bit, and then in the meantime, doing that, try to find like a straight up, like I'm going to be here for the next 10 years place, because I'm done moving. I'm not moving again. And if they ask me, if they're like, hey, you want to take this apartment over? Cool. What's the deposit? I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's nice though. Maybe I'll just give you guys a tour of the studio once I have it set up. Maybe I'll do that. I can do that. That'll be fine. But the reason I say that is because like I'm actively refraining from putting any like pictures of the place online. Now, granted, it's like you couldn't get to the place anyway because it has its own elevator, and so you have to like have a key for the elevator to get to my floor, because I have the whole top floor, or I have to push the button on the inside to get you up. So I'm not really worried about anybody coming in, but I don't want nobody knowing what I'm doing in my spot, right? I don't want people to know. I don't know. I guess I'm private like that. I don't know if I want to do that. I want to keep it on the hush. I don't want folks to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Anyway, I talk too much. Where are you moving now? No. It's still in Zurich, which is why it's so expensive. I'm in Bulach now, and Bulach is like 20 minutes outside of like Zurich by train. So it's like a quick shot. I can be in Zurich in 20 minutes, and then I can be in Geneva in 3 hours, and then I'm good. At least, but that's why I do a lot of home office, because I don't have to go to Geneva every day. I only go like once a week, and then I'll like get a hotel and then stay for 2 days. But yeah, in the city, do me a favor, because I'm not gonna say it. Okay, I'm not. Just Google like. And then this one isn't, but just Google like two bedroom apartment center of Zurich. I'm not in the center. I'm like on a little bit outside of like the center of Zurich, a lot of bit, but it's a pretty big and nice place. So I don't know. I kind of want. That's what I'm saying, Jordan. I kind of want to keep it on the low. You can switch it around depending on what you're streaming and if you stream. True. Bro, you're not obliged to share nothing. No. It's not like that. Because I understand also like the curiosity of having and let me put something else on. I'm just out here talking. I understand the concept of like people wanting to know and being like, yo, no, this is my friend's place and I want to see his place and what it looks like. I get that too. I get like when friends come over, first thing you're going to do is to give them a tour of the place and be like, oh, yo, this is this and this is that and this is that. And I'm not, this is going to sound sad, I'm not too worried about anybody on this stream, because Lord knows you're not about to fly to Zurich to check me out. And anybody in Zurich people don't run like that, just because I've said this before. Switzerland has kind of proven that if you can give people like a stable life and good income, whether they work at McDonald's or CEO of a company, crime drops dramatically. I'm not saying there's none, but it's not like, yeah. Anyway, so like I'm not really too worried about that. It's more like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Totally understandable, man. We appreciate anything you share. Safe space. It's one of those things. Where you are, is it good a place to visit as an American? Me and the missus like to travel when we can. Yes. So good places to travel as American. A lot of Europe is. The problem is like, okay, Europe, Mexico's the same way. And this is one of those like xenophobic things that Americans do, or the American government pushes on people. Let's put it that way. It's where they say like, oh, no, be careful. It's dangerous in Mexico. Oh, be careful. It's dangerous here. It's dangerous in a lot of places in the U.S. too. The key is going to the right area and not going down a dark alley with a stranger or a hooking. You know what I mean? Like that's the key. You do that anywhere in the world and you're going to get lost, except like Zurich and Singapore. And I mean, a lot of places in Sweden, although they be wilding when it gets dark. So like a lot of places in Europe are safe. A lot of places in Africa are safe. Like for example, like I went to Marrakesh. That place was cool and chill. Went to Turkey. That place was cool and chill. Istanbul. Italy, up and down. Italy is cool and chill. As long as you stick to the right places, because you can take a wrong turn in Naples and end up there are some places black people do not go. And honestly, you'll figure it out real quick. Spain, Valencia, sick as love Valencia. I was there for 5 weeks. Crete is, but you said you and your wife like to travel. Crete is more a single man's place. Crete is a single man's place. Athens, Greece, cool to travel. There's a lot of good places to travel as American in Europe. And in most places, because here's the other part of it too. It's the governments that don't like each other per se, but when you meet other people, it's like when people come up to me like, you're American. Well, what do you think of Trump? What the hell do you think I think of Trump? But then they think that because he's the person who represents the country, that I'm co-signing him somehow. And they want to know, because then they're like, but you black. And this is from white people. They're like, but you black, so you can't really be co-signed for it, right? And it's like, well, yeah. So it's the same with other places where it is the people aren't necessarily the stereotype or the hatred or whatever you get portrayed to you. Like, go meet people and talk, and 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be cool. Hey, Theo, if you and the wife haven't been to Amsterdam yet, I've already been once this year. I saw it to see Josh Johnson. I might have to go back. That might end up being a regular weekend trip for me. Loved Amsterdam. I loved Amsterdam. That place is so sick. Absolutely love Amsterdam. Where else could you go? And I don't like to travel either. I hate traveling. I really, really hate traveling. I hate airports. I like to travel. I hate the airports. I'm having to come to that conclusion. Berlin is cool, but Germany, they're cool for Americans and stuff, but it's like, what is there to do? I mean, if you like castles and stuff, you can go to like Austria and Germany. You can see castles. If you want to drink, UK, they party. That place is it's rainy and and honestly, the north of the UK is exactly like the south of Alabama or the south of the US. I told my sister I literally had my phone with me when I went to go graduate from Sunderland, and the friend. There's an external consultant that we work with that's in London. So I went and had a business lunch in London, went up to Manchester, then went up to Sunderland. And I went to Manchester because that's where I got my first master's degree. And I wanted to go visit the campus and walk around. And then I went to Sunderland. And the further north I got, the more I was like, this is Alabama with a British accent. And I sent my sister a video of one of the malls. I was like, tell me I'm not in Alabama right now. And all she wrote back was, whoa. And I was like, it's the same clothing, same all of it. And they were sweet people, sweet, nice people, very nice people. But if you want to go find a place to have drinks with some folks, UK, homie. Wherever you find a Brit. Cyprus is fun as hell. Bro, blah, 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 blah. Where are you going to? Yeah. Bro, I'm about to be 40 years old in August. And the one thing that I learned in this lifetime is that no one cares about people, just want to be nosy. I'm gonna say this. I can't get too mad at people being nosy with regards to me because I am opening up. How much of my conversation today as I'm streaming and doing this stuff every once in a while, touching base on stuff, has just been random things about me. So like I'm not, if people are persistent about it and demanding of it, like, no, you should tell us this, you should tell us that, that's when they like, you're going to have to chill out, gets like popped off in me. But just asking, there's nothing wrong with asking. There's nothing wrong with asking. And it is like an element of just like wanting to see, wanting to know what's up, what's going on with this person. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. It's when it becomes like, I demand you dance for me, monkey. And it's like, okay, we're going to have to watch that. I traveled a lot when I was in the Navy. Oh, yo, Navy, what's up? My uncle was in the Navy. Uncle Bud, he's my father figure. I want to be like him when I grow up. I want to share those moments with her. I myself have been to France, Spain, Dubai. I've never been to Dubai or Bahrain. I've never been to Canada. And my family's from Trinidad. Dude, do it then. The one thing I'm saying you missing, and the one thing I'll say you need to do, if you really want your missus to love you, get into Italy, southern Italy, and go have pizza like pizza was supposed to be made. Go eat their food. Dog. The one thing that, not one, there's a lot of things, but with my ex, she was from southern Italy, and the one thing that upsets me so much is that I'll never be able to go to southern Italy without it being tied to her because we were together for so long. So I'm not going back. And that was some of the best in food I've ever. They do a fried pizza, dog. Fried pizza. Dog, I kicked over my water. They got fried pizza. That's Salerno. Dog, when I tell you, I don't even know how they do the process. They described the process to me, and I was like, sure, that makes sense. That's how pizza gets fried. They take the dough, they roll out the dough, and then they like fry it, and then they roll it some more, and then they fry it again, and then they put the pizza toppings on top, and then they bake that. Dog. And then he brought it out, and it was just like all airy and crispy and flaky, but like with the dough and the dog. Oh, I remember there's a place here called Sempre, which is an Italian restaurant that's in Old Town in Zurich. And if you know Italian food, like, and it's like, sorry, US too. Olive Garden is not Italian food. Sorry. Chicken Alfredo is an American invention. Sorry. They don't do chicken parm over here. Sorry. When you get like a place that does authentic Italian, like real authentic Italian in Switzerland, all the Italians know it and they talk about it. So we know San Gennaro, best pizza. San Lucia, good pizza, really, really good delivery pizza. Sempre, good sit down pizza, good sit down food. And I had a friend named Jason who came over to visit. He was visiting a friend in Austria. He was like, oh, but you're still over in Switzerland. I was like, yeah, come on over and visit. I haven't seen you in 20 years. He comes over, and I was like, I made sure to walk him through Old Town because he was only going to be in for a day. And I walk, and I was like, when I get there, I'm reading the menu because it's in Italian. Or no, was it in German? I can't remember, but I was reading through the menu. I can't remember what language it was in. And I was like, oh, they got fried pizza. Okay. Because I know this place is run by like real Italians. They're like real Italian people. To the point of where the second I would say any word in Italian, they're ready to switch. They're ready to switch to Italian or English. They just don't want to speak German. And so like, I was like, okay, we're going to order this for you. Okay. I'm going to order this for you. He's like, all right, cool. Order the pizza. We're sitting down and I'm like almost done with my food. And he's taking out like one little corner. And I was like, oh, damn, he don't like it. Yo, what's up? You don't like it? Man, we can just get something else. Like, you don't like it? He was like, no. This is so good. I'm trying to like just slow down and enjoy every bite. I've never had anything this good before. And I was like, yeah, that fried pizza gets you, dog. That fried pizza. Thank God it's not around here in like abundance. I'd be fat. Okay, I gotta go. Southern Italy, Theonitis, long story short, Southern Italy, Naples, Amalfi, and get the freaking I'm sorry, that's a very loud snapper to the microphone. And get the lemon icy thing that they do from like fresh squeezed lemons from the island. Oh, that with some culpa de mare, which is like a cup of like special, like it's fried seafood, but they fry their stuff differently over there. Everybody fries, apparently. Every culture fries. It's just everybody does it different, except for well, we're not gonna say that. So like culpa de mare, like dog, and then you could just walk around and street vendors got the best food around. Like, man, please. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Sorry for my rant on food. I guess I'm hungry. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll be on tomorrow, or I guess for you guys later today at about midnight. I'm going to try to stream at 6. So talk to you guys later. Have a good